you're live.
Okay, good evening. We are here with more Time to Tabletop, with all our fine players being quiet so we can actually do announcements, which is great. Hey, thanks guys. We're really happy to be here. We didn't get to do Infinity Tower last week because everybody got sick or was busy elsewhere or was out of town, except Sean. Sean, MVP.
All night. It was so
You know, honestly, I kind of cried all night too, but I wasn't going to bring it up with the channel. So, I mean, now that you guys know, don't feel bad. It's just, I miss D&D with my friends. I mean, I like doing that.
It was also my birthday.
Well, it was Kat's birthday, and so happy birthday, Kat. A week late.
Yeah,
we didn't get to tell you on air last week. I was trying to save that so you'd have to watch the show, but it didn't work out.
No.
So...
I would have watched the show anyways. I watch any show that I'm not in.
Right.
Like, if I know that I'm going to be involved with.
Right. You'd want to know what's going on and what kind of stuff we said about you. That's fair. So, some stuff we have to talk about. Sponsors, Ambient Realms. Their website is at ambientrealms.com. They do ambient effects and sounds for games, such as... What button do I want to push? Yeah, I know, but I didn't actually look to see what button that is. So, give me a second here. 4 looks good. Sound test.
For being attacked.
Yeah, but I bet it doesn't. Yeah, I'm sure, like, in the microphone, it sounds like exactly the right volume.
Probably. I mean, that's great. So look for Ambient Realms, and then just put that right behind your players like we do for real effects. That's how it really works.
Watch them.
Ambient Realms supports Huntington.
Nice.
Ambient Realms supports Huntington's.
You always have a hard time with Huntington.
You know what? It's a weird word.
Huntington.
I don't like it. I'm really looking forward to eradicating Huntington's disease, so I don't have to say it anymore. So contribute money to that cause. And Autism Speaks, which I can totally pronounce. So it's really just Huntington's. Sorry, guys. Okay, Arknight. They do flat plastic minis. We see several of these on the stream, like so. If you would like flat plastic minis, check out arknight.com. They also do cool maps. And we do giveaways. So giveaways for subscribers, giveaways for followers. I have no information as to where we're at with that, so I'm going to assume we're close. And if you want to follow or subscribe, then soon we will have giveaways.
We're actually about 20 away on the followers.
We are only 20 away from a a follower giveaway. So
we're
if
7
you want to
away
follow,
for your subs.
7 away from, and that's great. So if you want to join, go ahead. We'd love to have you be a follower. It costs nothing, and it will give us a chance to give you stuff. This schedule, we've got lots of stuff going on this week.
Yeah.
So, hey Kat, what's up tomorrow?
Tomorrow we have got Pandemic, the second of our pre-recorded ones, so the follower count's going to be way off. We recorded the 2 pre-recorded ones back to back, and I was drinking the whole time, and I am very drunk on the next one. So, if you want to see how drunk I can get and still play a board game, check out Pandemic. It is the month of July in Legacy.
Cool. And that's our Adrenochrome show. That's 7 o'clock, right?
7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. And then New Trippers on Thursday, right, Scooter?
Yes, we are here.
6:30. Look forward to that. So lots of fun stuff. And then on Saturday, I'm going to hold up a book because it's actually just character sheets. But anyways, we're going to do Numenera on a special show this Saturday. We're going to do that at 11 o'clock. That's part of, Numenera 2. I like Money Cook Games. They're doing a Kickstarter. You should definitely back it if you haven't already. If you have backed it already, we're all in the same club. But check out Numenera. If not, we're going to play it on Saturday. So if you want to find out more about it, you could just watch that. That's really all you need to do. Don't forget to check out timetotabletop.com. Follow us on Twitch. Comment. Give us ideas. Use the Infinity Tower hashtag where appropriate. You don't want to just put it anywhere, people. That's just not how we do things.
And I use it inappropriately all the time.
Yes, but, right? So, I mean, that's life. Okay, so it's been 2 weeks, so I'm going to read the recap with the intention of reminding us all what the heck we're doing. Last time, that's why I read it anyways, right? Anyways, last time on the Infinity Tower, the party continued its journey north, heading towards the wreck of the Baracus and the confrontation with Velok the Burned, a barbarian pirate revenant. The sea proved treacherous with many supernatural threats. The weather was strangely calmed, which Ember sensed was due to the magical influence of another sorcerer. Strange spells lurked beneath the surface of the water, and finally the party faced an undead army riding an undead whale, while the sorcerers approached riding atop an iceberg. That's a lot of stuff. That all happened at once. The party won the battle, but Aurora was lost inside the whale. The Proudkeel, which is the party's boat, continued on its course until it reached a bay on the northern shores of Trageria, where the wreck of the Baracus could be seen resting beached atop the ice. And on the quarterdeck, near the helm, a burning figure could be seen, which we are presuming is Velok. So that's our previously. And for last week, for being the only person to not get sick and die, Sean. Inspiration, in the form of some sort of ogre-looking guy. So yes, thanks. Now, You guys are thinking, oh, it's not a gimme. Sean was like, I gave him like 45 minutes notice we were not doing the show. And he was probably in traffic up to his eyeballs.
I was actually going to my car when I got the message.
So,
yeah.
like, Sean deserves that for being like,
hard.
for having that much. I mean, seriously, it's like not like he doesn't drive an hour to get here just to do the show. So, I mean, I really do appreciate that. And we have an excellent attendance record on this show. Like, people show up, and I don't know how you guys all do it with work and like eating food and stuff like that. Like, I basically go home, eat dinner, kiss the children, walk out the door, like while they're still talking to me about their days. And I feel kind of bad, but you know what? It's one day a week, and they're very understanding. So for you guys to be here, appreciate it. So we are on our way, and we're going to get underway here with some cool music stuff. Once I figure out what buttons I should push, because that's not my specialty. That's not it.
We're opening doors.
Monster. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some sort of...
It's got horns. It's not like a thunder.
I would say Minotaur, but
I think that's a demon.
I was going to go something goblinoid, but...
the monster from.
I mean, clearly we should take a picture and hashtag it,
this is
and
clearly a
possibly
gnome.
like
I
rate
don't know
it.
what fuss-
Oh yeah, that's a gnome. That's right.
Yeah, right. Maybe we just tag Arknight Games in a post, and we ask them what that gives us. It's up to you guys. No right way to play the game. So, you are all on the Proud Keel, which is our awesome pirate boat. It has sailed into this bay in the north.
I don't think Aurora's in there.
Nigeria. That's a good point. Aurora's not in there. She's inside a whale. It's very similar looking, I'm sure, but no, not exactly the same.
Collecting that ambergris, yo.
Okay, but you know what? Fang is there, and that's almost as good in every possible way, right? So there's that. So the Proud Keel is sailing to the north. When we cut out, you were able to see the icy landscape that is the northern coast of Nigeria. You were heading into a bay, and you could see the Baracus beached up on the shore. But that was at a far, like an extreme range of distance. So at this point, all you know is that you've come to where you're going. So tell me, people who are still on the boat and not inside a whale, what are you going to do?
So we see the fire engine, right?
You see the other boat.
You see the other
How close are we to the other boat?
You are far. It's going to take you a while before you get to the shore, and the boat is on land. So this is a beach-wrecked boat, or ice-wrecked boat, shipwrecked boat, the Baracus that you're seeing.
How far away is the guy on fire?
He is on the boat, on the quarterdeck. So he's right by the thing where you turn the ship to helm.
This is the boat. This is Velok, right?
It does seem to be Velok. He is currently a being that seems to be both upright and on fire. Just freely burning in the air.
Do we
The
just
usual
find out
state of
let him
beings.
burn and see what happens, or? I mean, because I don't have any water. I only have more fire. Maybe we shouldn't push it. Or maybe we should.
I think you should. Ooh, that's a good idea.
Only one way to find out.
I could grapple him into the water.
You certainly.
I hope that the Baracus says ut stulti in misericordia on the side, which is Latin for I pity the fool.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what? That's the downside of naming things homebrew, is you don't realize what your influences are until it's far, far too late. And you're like, yeah, Baracus sounds good. And then, yeah, I mean, yeah. You're going to find
I'm still waiting for the SS Murdoch and the SS Face and the SS Hannibal.
Yep, it's going to happen.
I don't know. I don't know Latin. I just speak
Does our boat is it our boat black with a red streak on it? That would be awesome.
It is red,
red.
and white.
Darn.
And I guess you could get a paint job, but you guys have to get back to port for that. Or
I
else
think
it'll
we should
probably
go back to
still be
boat,
hard.
Repaint the boat and then come back.
Oh, why are you talking to me? I'm not even there. That's true.
That's a good point. But you do have Arvin there, and Embers, and everyone else on the board, the boat. And everybody go ahead and make an insight check. Yeah. Everybody who is not in a whale.
Aww.
I'm going to assume everybody until we have Aurora reemerge means not Aurora. And that's the only way to do it.
18.
Okay.
Wow. I got 12.
12's, yeah, a number. It's good, right?
16.
16.
Wait. Wrong number. 14.
Okay. Fang is staying busy aboard the boat. He's been doing a lot of sailory activities, and again, he's taking more of a leadership role, especially once everything got underway in the water. You have the feeling he is very, very tense as you're around him. He hides it well enough that nobody else has really caught it so far, but he seems on edge. And there are a couple times where you've sworn he has gotten to the point of violence almost with Theophraxis or yourself or Embers.
You can try.
You can't try. It's
Gonna
not
wait for an opportune time to maybe grab him on the shoulder and
now could be a time.
think.
Yes.
It's your sister, right? Why you're so high strung, huh?
Was your sister just eaten by a whale?
Have some faith. If there's one person that can survive that, it's gonna be your sister.
That's an excellent sentiment, but you don't really have a lot to risk. I'm really looking forward to you all getting underway now that we can see what you're here to find.
Trust in us. We'll take care of that.
Well, go ahead. So, keep in mind, we are many yards, many feet, however many, like, I'd say half a mile from shore at this point. I'm sorry if that wasn't clear enough, but this boat won't be navigating closer to that shore. With the ice, the way that things are laid out, and you can see there's some loose pieces of ice floating out, I don't think we want to risk the escape vessel reaching the shore.
So are you suggesting we sail right up to it then?
No, I'm suggesting you swim.
I see. Give me 10 minutes.
That's fine.
And I perform the ritual of water walk.
Water walk, which is an excellent choice. So you begin your ritual. This is a cramped space in the first place. So all of the divine accoutrements which are taking place in order for this to really work out are actively taking up space from the crew and the people sitting on the benches and so forth. So you've got like chalk and incense and all sorts of things going, and you're clearly intoning the right favors, but it is a cramped mess to do a spell like this on this boat. So Theophraxis, Embers, because Arvin is so occupied, do you guys want to make perception checks? What is your passive, by the way?
16?
16. Okay, so you can make a check. Theophraxis doesn't need to.
15.
Nice, that's perfect. Okay, so you are both very aware when, prepare for sound. There is a massive quake on land. The ice is shifting. You can see loose snow just cascading down the side of the mountains towards the shore. And it actively comes into contact with the Brachus and sweeps it off of the ice into the water.
That's very convenient.
That's not a good thing.
It's totally a good thing. The boat's in the water. Additionally, because you are so perceptive, you see the boat hit water, float out into shore, and it is immediately listing. And Fang points out, as he hits you on the shoulder at this point now, Theophrax is kind of like chopping down at your head. You don't have a lot of time. That boat's sure to sink.
Yeah, but we're waiting for him. We're not going to swim out there any faster than he's going to get his ritual done.
Fair enough, but you don't have a lot of time.
Understood.
I guess if we don't have a lot of time, none of us have the ability to like lift the ship, so we might as well just take our water breathing potions and just go for it before it gets any deeper.
I already took mine.
It lasts for
Fine.
an hour. It's not been an hour yet.
Since the last thing, it's been an hour. It's been a couple days. Yeah, you
Oh.
guys were on a 5-day voyage.
Since the whale, it's been a couple
It's
days?
been a couple days.
We've already been gone a while.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
I know, I narrated it at the end of the last game. I should have put it more into the previously, apparently.
So you
Okay,
wanna
well, we
rethink
can-
the whole potion thing.
You can see it.
And you can see the boat.
I
And
can
you can
see
see
the
that
boat.
it's,
I know where
it
the
seems
boat
like it's
is.
taking on water, but it's
Okay.
again, it's closer than it was before.
So, what if we use the portal to go back
I
to
should
the tower,
also note that the
and
other.
then use it to go for the portal to the boat?
Go ahead.
I just want to note the water breathing potions also were on Aurora.
Oh, so no one has a water breathing potion.
So we're
Well, I
fucked.
mean, even if you guys manage to share it out, I mean, I'm fine with us retconning that.
We can't go to the tower while on a boat in front of all these people. We just can't do that.
Okay. Well, then wait until he's...
Okay.
Time's up.
Okay.
10 minutes.
On the other hand, you were talking about the tower.
All right.
And they're not all listening to us.
They were all kind of pointing and like goggling at the boat
Yeah.
that's just drifted into the water. And again, this figure that is on fire is still standing at the quarterdeck, just watching.
Okay, so what happened? Okay. All right.
Let's go.
Let's go.
You shoulder your gear, you get off the boat.
Okay, I'm gonna put all of my firearms into my bag of holding.
Does this work for us
It's
or is it
water,
only you?
yeah.
No, it works for all of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and then I'll just get my bow out.
Yeah, up to
Okay.
10 people.
Get that ready.
Sounds good.
Oh, do we
So,
want... I was gonna say, so we're bringing Fang and not everyone else who wants to come because there's only people to row the boat. So Fang and then that's 4. I think that's good.
Okay.
Is Fang the only one? Is Fang the one?
I'm not going.
See?
You want the boat to stay intact. You want to make sure this is here when you're done, don't you?
Yeah.
I'll see you when you get back.
I want to roll insight on him to see if I get some sort of feeling from him that he's planning like we're gone.
Totally,
sort
sure,
of thing.
no problem.
I think he's telling the truth. Yeah.
Okay, right. Is that you were saying you got a 1?
I got a 6.
Okay.
So I'm like, yeah, okay.
Got an
See you.
18.
Okay. His being upset is not nearly as well masked as it was 5 minutes ago, but you have a feeling that he may not be interested in leaving you here to die, but he doesn't want to do you any favors.
Okay. Sure. He'll be fine. Let's go.
So, you start walking across the surface of the water. Sounds cool. It's freezing. And the water is lapping up and spraying against you and so forth as you're moving. So it does take a while. The only person who is not upset about the cold is probably Embers, since she's still wearing her boots at the Winterlands. But it is cold and unpleasant. And the boat is again on the water. So there's definitely stuff going on.
It's gonna bring the boat out.
It's a boat.
I thought you had like a diorama and I was gonna be like, this is gonna be so cool.
Oh, that would be cool. I just did a boat. Sorry. No diorama.
Oh, just about.
Just a boat.
Just
That's
a
super awesome.
Oh, dude.
And to be honest, I don't
right?
really like the
It's like,
scale of it and the height of it and stuff like that, but it's playable.
That's awesome. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you using
Oh,
it
that
as
looks
a
nuts.
That's what you guys do to get. I'm using it because it's a fiery guy, and I'd rather have a fiery guy than a not fiery guy. That's probably not going to happen. It's probably going to be something like that. Okay, so now let's make some adjustments for you guys to actually be able to do anything in the game, because you probably need to be able to see like that to be able to tell where you guys are. So that'll be our approach. And sorry about that camera.
I think right now it's on the boat right now anyway. So.
Yep.
Someone took
Although I think it's gonna keep going forever.
when Star Trek,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
TOS,
they get
awesome.
hit, they like put a equalizer on the camera, so you're just watching. Them
Oh
go
yeah,
like
no,
this.
they're doing a good job.
They are doing a good job. Everybody's doing a good job. I'm going to take a quick picture, because I never take pictures of stuff until we're actually doing things that are, suspenseful.
I always forget. It's so sad.
It's a rocking
Boop. Here's a boat. Okay. So we've got a boat. We've got you guys walking across the water and the ice. And you have this dude over here who is on fire. And that is what you are currently aware of. You're water walking, right? Yeah, so you're water
Is
walking.
there water jogging?
I don't know
Water
about water
trot.
jogging. I
Water
think,
trotting.
yeah, you don't have the movement for water trotting. I mean, you guys are able to move at normal speed because you can dash, so that's not all you get.
Okay. See water dashing.
That's like rainbow dashing, right?
Yeah.
And you can also walk across acid with it.
And walk across anything.
Sorry, guys. I will totally get back on track. I need
It
to-
says you move across it like it's solid ground, so
It's probably like trains.
It's probably some really hilly
yeah.
ground.
Okay, and now that I'm done with my tweeting, I will pay attention to you guys. Sorry about that. So we are here. Game stuff is happening. At this point, again, passive perception for you is fairly high, right?
15.
Okay, so the only one who has to worry about this is Allison. Yay! Hey, do you want to
you
make
know
a
what?
perception?
I don't even want to roll. I just want it to like happen,
Awesome. There's a whale.
which I don't see.
No, because it is, of course, breaching on the other side. That'll make some sense out of it.
Okay,
So
you know,
at this point, the ginormous
It's back!
undead
Blow it
whale
up!
is breaching on the surface next to you. Just kind of spouts up, spits some like foul-smelling water into the air at this point out of some part of its body. and immediately begins dissolving. Like the flesh is melting off, and the bones are now like dissolving and melting, and it's opening up its mouth. And as the whale is opening up its mouth, it's just like falling away and like rotting and twisting. And there is still plenty of room for Aurora to walk out of it on its tongue and just step out onto the icy water.
Is there an ice floe that I'm stepping onto, or am I just screwed?
No, but I thought you were an elemental monk. You're gonna have this covered, right?
I mean, I can like spend some points to like, you know, have the water become solid.
And I figure at the worst you've got one round to deal with it. So as you walk out of this whale's mouth, you may be slightly surprised by the fact the whale is totally falling apart.
Well, this is odd.
I don't even want to know how that happened. But
Hi.
it's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
They're all totally standing still in the water. They seem totally unfazed by the sinking sensation.
Huh. So you guys are water walking, huh?
We are.
Okay. I am going to, you know, do some elemental monk stuff.
Yes, it's about that time.
Is this about how close we actually are to the boat?
Yes. We're going to deal with
600
this
feet?
distance. What's that?
Mm-hmm.
This is less than 600 feet. There, we are totally at the point where we can be exchanging fire.
Yeah, well, within 600 feet, I could be exchanging fire.
If you wanted to be exchanging fire sooner, you can make some rolls. But I'm not going to, like, let's just have fun at this distance. Because, you know, we've only got the one man.
And water walk lasts 1 hour, so we should be good.
Oh, wow, we can, like, do all kinds of fun stuff. You could... Can you scare the boat?
Scare the boat? I mean, to be fair, you have turned undead on a boat
I
and
know,
a whale.
you've already
Yeah,
said
yeah,
and
story.
a whale.
Let's see
so
how far
I'm
we can
thinking,
take
why not?
this.
A second boat may not be out of the realm of possibilities,
I think
but
we want to get on the boat and find what's inside, though, so I don't really want to scare it.
Okay.
All right.
I don't want to see
personal
the flying
preferences.
thing.
Okay,
Yeah, when
so
people think
Aurora is
they
just going to
keep
stand on the
going.
water using elemental magic.
Well, I was going to use Shape the Flowing River to, like, make a little ice ramp up onto the boat. if
Okay.
That's even possible.
Sure, I've got a line marker for that.
Do the Tabaxi circle.
Are you going to go up like that? Is that where you want to
Yeah,
be?
that's sort of my idea.
Okay, so hey, Arcanite spell templates, guys. It's useful for more than one thing. So we have our ice ramp.
If she wasn't so dexterous, I would say it'd be difficult for her to do it, but I'm guessing it probably
Make it
isn't.
stairs so everyone can use it.
Screw that.
So yeah, I mean, let's face it, it's going to be more fun going up the sides of the boat and stuff like that anyways. So you have plenty of things you can grab on the side of the boat. It's like rotten timber, and there's holes into it, and there's like a big anchor chain hanging down in the front. None of which were appropriate for me to paint because I didn't feel like it. So at this point, you have lots of options. If you guys want to try to scale up the ice ramp, you could do that too. So let's do this. We are going to do initiative. Cool.
Yay!
Oh, it's terrible.
Awesome.
Won't be using that die.
Okay.
26.
26.
17.
How did I roll?
8.
8.
4!
Awesome.
Hey, I did better.
So I like the fact that we can go around like this. You guys make my life so much simpler when that happens. Okay, so Theophraxis.
Right over the side of the ship and crawl up it.
Okay, so you've got 50 feet of move if all you do is move.
Yeah,
so
that's all I'm gonna do.
Yep. So if I use the front of the ruler, that's more helpful, and you can get to probably the best
good.
place to climb in one round.
Awesome.
Okay, so that's what you're gonna do.
Yep.
All right, Embers, how about you?
I am going to use double movement to get as close to it as I can, and then I'm going to Misty Step up.
Ah,
The bonus
yes.
action.
No problem. That's where.
Ooh, no!
That's perfect
It's a
because
problem.
you also notice that there are more of these guys, and they're going to be right there,
Hey, fire.
coming through the doors as things go on. Now
Wait,
this is
but we're
like
on a ship that's also.
But he's fire.
It's true.
Just burn him.
More than he is.
yeah. So double movement. Misty Step's a bonus action, so you're set for this round,
Yeah,
right?
yep.
Cool. Okay, Aurora.
Oh, cool. I'm going up the ramp, and if it requires tabaxi speed to get up it, then please say I used my tabaxi speed.
You're good without Tabaxi speed. You are up.
Okay, I'm gonna start punching. Well, actually, I'm gonna be 10 feet away from him if that all possible.
No, not if you're gonna. I mean, you'll move right through his threatened arc if that's what you want to do.
Okay, well then.
I mean, if you want to, you can
I'm just
do it.
worried
do it.
about him being on fire.
Oh, he's totally on fire. Absolutely on fire. This is just, and you can see very clearly now, this is a person where their body is like charred and skeletal.
Yeah.
He is absolutely on fire, but you can see like 2 green burning coals of eyes and like rotting tiny teeth falling out, but absolutely just a person on fire.
Okay. I mean, I'm gonna try to use my elemental sort of things to reduce fire damage, which is to say, like, making little water boots on myself like I did before. You remember?
Yeah, he's
Fuck
totally
salamander.
on fire. So yeah,
Okay.
that's gonna be similar, right?
Okay. I'm gonna hit him with my quarterstaff then.
Cool. Go for that.
I'm rolling with advantage even though I don't have it because I'm an idiot. Okay, let's do this. 13.
Does not hit.
No.
15.
Yeah, we're good on that.
Oh, okay,
Yes.
I
awesome.
think that's fine. I will eventually look it up and regret it, but I don't think there's anything there.
What is he, a revenant?
Yeah, he's a rebel.
I can look it up for you if you want.
No, it's good.
I don't want to
I've
cheat.
got my D&D Beyond. Yeah, if I really needed it. Oh, yeah, I'm doing it the other way. No, 15's good.
Okay, cool. So that is 10 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
10 points of
Magical
magical bludgeoning
bludgeoning.
damage. Awesome. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. 14.
14 did not succeed.
I'm rolling really badly.
It's okay. It's a good start to the fight for me, so I appreciate that part. And you take 13 points of fire damage as you get a hellish rebuke.
That's a dex save, right?
Correct.
Then I take half.
So you
of
take
that.
half of that then, right? So that'll still be 6?
6.
So that's where we're at now. We've got this first round, and you know what? We need to shift into our high-octane fight music to make ourselves more frightened and have more fun. I haven't forgotten anybody yet. I was just making sure we were wrapped up on Aurora's turn.
I haven't finished my turn yet.
Oh, she's got more stuff she wants to do. Got it. Okay.
Well, I can bonus kick him.
You sure can bonus kick him.
I'm gonna kick him. I'm gonna kick him with my watery foot.
Kicking with a watery foot. Go for it.
19.
19. To hit, totally hits.
Yeah. For 10 points of magical footy water bludgeoning.
Cool. Solid hit. You are not set on fire this time. No further hellish rebuke, because that's a reaction. So, good.
Yeah, he only has one of those.
Yep, get one. Okay, good.
Which also means I'm moving 10 feet away from him.
Okay. So you can see now that Embers is down on the deck, and that there are some sort of creatures that are getting closer to her. Bum, bum, bum. This isn't going to happen right now. Yep. Nope, nothing happening there. But you do smell a strong odor of undeath.
Okay.
Okay, Arvin.
Okay.
How
How far?
many people are there down there? By the way?
There are 4 people who are not Embers who are on the ship. Did I hit him? No, okay.
He just saw the ship move away from him.
No, come back. Okay.
How far away am I?
How far away are you from what?
Veil.
Velok? Oh, you're not very far away from him at all. You're
Okay.
like 60 feet.
Okay, then I am casting Guiding Bolt.
Guiding bolt.
About to start.
12.
12 to hit is not a hit. It's okay though.
Oh, it's a fail.
Okay, cool.
And then get me up to where Theophraxis is.
You're not going to get quite that far because you just did a thing. So you're going to get about here. Okay, so that's this round, and now I am going. That's how much fun my initiative is. It's at the
Wow.
end. So
Wow.
first thing, he's gone.
Nice.
He has vanished in a puff of smoke and fire.
Did he have
So
a shield on him?
you did not see any evidence of the shield so far. So number 2, we have 4 dudes. Most of whom are really interested in Embers, and one of whom is going to climb up this ladder to come for Aurora.
Cool.
So, Embers, we're going for some strikes. Okay, if this beats your AC, let me know. We are at 10 and 12, those should be safe. And 15.
15 beats.
Okay. No, it was 15, I said, right? So,
Yeah, I'm
15 's good.
14.
Okay, cool. I'm just making sure it sounded right.
Get your ring of
Okay, so we go for a claw attack, and this creature is giving you 11 points of slashing damage from its
Bring it
dirty,
back, only
evil
one AC.
claws, and you need to make a con save.
Okay. 18. Straight up con. Nothing else added to it.
18's great. You are totally okay. There's a moment there where you feel like there is something like on the tips of those claws, something unpleasant, but it does not affect you. Okay, moving on. I feel like this music is like just not hitting the vibe. It's not quiet.
Try
okay.
war drums.
Oh, wardrobe is good.
Yep.
Ah.
I'm gonna go with that.
The door.
This is me trying to do a music effect, so we'll see if that ends up being any good or not. Okay, moving on. We are on the beginning of the initiative, which is you.
Up the side of the boat.
Okay, up the side of the boat, you need to make an athletics check.
19.
19 is good. Okay, you are going to get up that boat. We're going to say you can get up to your normal movement climbing, so you are up on top.
Sweet. So I can still have an action left?
Done. Climbing is an action. Sure. Let's do that.
Okay. Then I guess I will. I'm like right there.
Yeah, you're right there.
All right,
These guys are ready to party.
I will get my. Let's see. Undead. That sounds like what she Oh my god. Ah, Jesus. My long sword out. It's great. Oh no, my rapier. I use my rapier since I'm right there.
You're going to use your rapier on them.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
14.
14 to hit is a hit.
6.
6 to hit. Oh, okay, 6 damage. Got it.
Do I still get my double attack?
Yeah, you can still take 2 attacks.
And 17.
6 and okay, 17 totally hits.
7.
Okay, so a total of 13 damage. Cool. Recording. Got it. Okay.
I'm gonna go.
Yep, they don't like that at all. They'll definitely all be attacking you. So we'll move on to Embers.
Okay. I'm gonna reach out and grab the one closest to me and do shocking grasp.
Okay, cool.
So. Three attack against target. Great. So it's a number somewhere. Not nat 20.
Yep, that's totally hit.
8 damage.
Okay, nice. Let's see, are we going to try to stack this with the one that Theophraxis just hit? Or are you just trying to hit anybody?
Well, I was hitting the one to my left.
Okay, so you're over here, so no. Got it. Check. Okay, anything further for you?
No, that's it.
Okay, so that covers that round, and we are moving on to Aurora.
Well, since this guy's right on top of me, I'm not going to bother changing out my weapon. I'm just going to start smacking with quarterstaff.
Sounds good.
Hit him to one side of the head, then hit him to the other side of the
Okay,
head.
so 2 quarterstaff strikes.
2
Let's go.
quarterstaff strikes is the objective.
Yep, sounds good to me.
21.
21 is totally hit.
Cool. And that first hit is for 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yep, significant. It is definitely noticing this damaging. Yep.
And second one is a 1, so no.
Okay, less good. Yep.
Because I feel like one's an auto failure.
Yeah, right. That's where we're at.
I'm going to go ahead and kick him. And that definitely hit.
Cool.
And that is for an additional 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Okay, so we got that. And by the way, guys, the number to hit is 13. So if you hit 13, you're going to hit these guys.
No.
Okay, so anything else on your side?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, cool.
That's what I got.
Yep, Arvin, you're up.
I'm casting Spirit Guardians, of course, exempting my companions from Gambler's Wrath.
Okay, nice. What's the range again? Radius?
That is 15 feet.
15 feet. Okay, got a spell template for that. Let me get that out.
And that's when they start their turn within that radius.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of which, I missed an effect this round, so next round we'll do it. But I was supposed to have you guys who are in range of these guys at the start of your turn make a save.
Oh, we're fighting ghouls.
Alright, I have
I mean, if we're using stench wolves, then they're ghouls.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I can't find a 15-foot template, so you just got a bonus 5 feet for being awesome.
Okay.
That's fine.
I
We'll
like
deal with
being
that.
awesome.
I mean, yeah, everybody
awesome
does.
is
Right?
awesome.
Okay, so you cast Spirit Guardians while you're still in the water. Are you moving?
Hey, I won.
And then
She gets a
But he's
reaction.
filming.
She
He's
gets an
on his
attack
feet.
of opportunity because it fell off the edge.
time for me to climb up the boat.
Okay, are you going to try to climb on like right here?
Yeah.
So with those two things together, if you make an athletics check, you're going to be on top of the boat.
Get out of the way, spells. I rolled a 1.
Wow, awesome.
That does
So that's a 7 total. But I did roll a 1.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you here on the side of the boat,
Okay.
mid-round, hanging out. Nothing could possibly happen.
Is it a 15-foot sphere?
Yeah.
So you're asking, is it going to affect those
Let's
guys
see
at the
here.
beginning?
Just to make
No.
sure.
And that's with the bonus feat. I mean,
Yeah, it's not
it's not really there, no matter what. So, okay.
It
All
doesn't
right.
say.
It doesn't say if it's a sphere or a circle.
Mm-mm.
Let's assume it's a sphere.
All
Yeah,
right.
under the radius, it doesn't say anything? Or
Yeah,
the
it just says
radius?
15-foot radius.
Okay,
It's
so
gotta be a sphere then.
Distance of 15 foot for the duration, and that is it.
there's no reason for it to be a circle versus a sphere, and it's not necessarily a cylinder or anything like that. So no matter what, I mean, we're good. If all they tell you is a radius, it can't be a cylinder, right? So, okay, cool. So we've got this. Everything's going good. As we go into the ghoul or the gas turn, I want to remind you guys next round that we will be dealing with that stench rule. But since we didn't start with it, we're not going to end with it right now. We're going to go 1 for Aurora, which is a 19 to hit.
Yep, that does hit her.
Okay. And that is 9 points of damage and a con save.
Okay. Second.
Go swim.
There's only one way to find out. Sure. I encourage the scientific exercise.
All right.
Oh, I did not make that con save.
Wow. Okay, you're
I'm
paralyzed.
paralyzed.
That kind of sucks, but you get it at the end of each of your turns.
Yeah.
Okay, number 2, Embers. You did not get hit. And now, Theophraxis. 18 on one of them?
That hits.
Yeah, so you got 1 hit, and you're going to need to make the con save. And your damage is 14. Almost max damage.
Natural 20.
Cool. So you're totally fine. You did get 14 points of clawing damage.
Okay, so I took a few points of damage on.
You've had 2
well,
days.
It's been days.
Yeah, you're good.
And you said how much?
14. Yeah, significant. Okay, so all of that's going on, and people are not doing great otherwise. The boat is listing a little bit, but it's definitely not sinking at this point. I mean, not properly sinking. It is slowly sinking. Okay, top of the round, Embers.
Top of the round.
I'm sorry, top of the round, this guy over here that I usually forget. But you know what? At least I didn't forget somebody different this time.
This is true.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
So,
Consistency in forgetting is important.
that's right. I don't want you to think I'm thinking about somebody else.
So how hard would it be for me to grab one of the goals, spin them around, slam it into the other goal, and get them both over the edge?
That sounds like an athletics check.
Awesome.
Like a grapple and a
Like
throw
a
it.
Yeah, so make an athletics
I
check.
so want to try this.
I'm going to be opposing it first off.
You know what? I forgot
Awesome.
to.
18.
Okay, I got a 1, so you win that one. So first off, this ghoul that you damaged before is now grappled.
Okay.
Okay, number 2, your goal is to swing him around in such a way that you would sweep the other guy off the boat.
You want to get them both up the boat. Yeah.
Okay,
like,
so now you
use
need to
him as
make-
a battering ram.
That's cool. You need to make an attack roll. It's going to be disadvantaged. You do not get your proficiency bonus.
Okay.
So it's you rolling 2 dice and adding your strength to the lowest.
Sean, I believe in you.
I believe in me too. Hey, I got 2 12.
You got 2
16
12. Oh yeah,
total.
you did it.
Oh, I'm sorry. 14 total.
Still good. So basically, using this guy as an improvised weapon
Yes.
with disadvantage, you managed to knock one ghoul off the boat with the other ghoul.
Yes.
Damn.
Now we will have to find out if they can swim at their round.
But now I can get my gun out and shoot them.
There is a point there. There is that.
Now they're in range.
So you've used up your attack.
Yeah, I'm good.
Anything further you want to do?
Am I engaged with anybody?
Nope. Nope.
Okay, I want to get the high ground.
Uh-huh. Do you want to go the easy way or the long way?
I'm going to go there.
Okay, that's no problem at all. You got that.
Okay. All right.
You are there. You got your stuff. Okay, moving on. Any bonusing?
No.
Okay. All right, Embers is up.
So, I'm gonna use a magic missile wand on.
You got the one that's
He's
engaged
so
with you.
close. I feel weird using like long.
Well, it's magic missile, so it will not miss, no matter what.
No. Okay, so I'll use it on him. So the first charge is the normal 3.
3,
So I'm gonna add 3 more, so that's 6.
6. Yep. And you would have full charges at the start of this, so that'd be 4, right? So good.
7, 10, 14, 17, 19, and then do I add 3 to or
You had 6. right? Because you add one with each.
25.
25. Okay, this guy's done.
Nice.
Yep. You just unload the magic
Hold
missile
down the, auto.
and it just goes down. Also, you should have rolled at the beginning of your turn for the stench effect. So why don't you go ahead and make a con save now?
I'll do that right now. I got an 18 nat.
Totally.
So.
And you got lucky because I totally forgot to put it on your turn. If I don't say it, it's not going to be a good rule. That doesn't make any sense.
Fair enough.
Okay.
But they're down there now, so.
That's a good point. I mean, yeah, you guys are not in the range now, but Aurora is in the range. So where you're at right now, Aurora?
I'm paralyzed.
Yep. So you make the save now.
Okay. Is it usually at the beginning or end of the turn?
End of the turn. So this is the end of your turn now.
Okay. Do I also need to make a con save for the stench?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not? Because if you succeed, then you'll be immune for 24 hours.
All right. So the stench, because I was going to declare that one first, is 21.
Okay, yeah, you got that. That's no problem.
And paralyzed is 19.
You are no longer paralyzed. You are immune to stench.
Hooray!
So it costs you a turn, but at least that's taken care of.
Here's my con save.
What was your con save for? The one where you got hit?
Yeah.
When you got hit, that was for the
Something
paralyzed. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So I didn't have you make the top of your turn stench save.
Gotcha. Okay.
So that was what I failed. Okay. Arvin,
Okay.
you're on a boat.
Climb up the boat.
Okay, go ahead and make an athletics check.
Alright. 17.
17 is more than sufficient, and you manage to find your way onto the surface of the boat. Okay, so you're up there. That's your move.
Alright. And then.
Yeah, there's one undead.
Yeah, Sacred Flame on that dude.
Cool. Okay, what's the save?
It's 16.
Did not make it.
Alright. And 12.
12 points of damage to this guy that Aurora's been peppering. I think that puts him down. He is done.
Huzzah.
Okay, so at the end of this round,
A little bit better than Jackbird.
you guys have cleared up all of these ghasts. There is nobody else on the deck.
So, if I look over the edge, are those things gone, or do I see them floating around, or anything like that?
They don't even try to float, they just sink.
No.
Like, I'm just done.
They're undead. They'll just crawl along the bottom back to shore and then, take a break.
That's
Actually, yeah, that's true. I'll just
the undead break.
That's the terrifying thing is it'll just be a sea full of undead by the time you guys are done.
Well,
I do want to get my gun out now.
Okay, gun out. So I know with a model it's kind of tough to see all the sides, but I want to point out we have a door over here in the quarterdeck area here. There's a door over here in the forecastle. There are 2 hatches here in the floor. So there's lots of opportunities to try stuff should you be interested in how this boat is constructed and what's going on.
We are totally interested in how this person is structured.
Oh, and don't forget, how long does Spirit Guardians last?
10 minutes.
Cool. So I've got that for when you need it.
I'm going to check out the door that's directly below me, since that I think would normally be captain's quarters.
Okay.
Ditto. I'm going to go down to the door below me.
Or
And then peek in and say, "Ah, my teeth!"
make a strength check.
Ooh, 5.
5.
Or sorry, 8 with my athletics.
No.
No, just
Sure,
strength
sure,
5.
why not? Sure, why not?
Okay, 8.
Ow.
Ow.
You take 1 point of damage.
Aw, damn.
You bruise your
Is the
toe.
door locked?
What's that?
Is the door locked?
For you when you try to not kick it open? Yeah, not locked.
I get my bruised ego. Look around.
Right.
Sure no one saw that.
Your-
Try the door.
Yeah, your door is apparently just swollen and kind of like pressing against the frame, so it is harder to open. Okay, so you've got captain's quarters, you've got focus. So we're over here like this. The top deck, everything is just a wet mess. The ship was not well preserved when it washed up on shore. There's lots of little holes where things are showing through. There's a lot of rot. It's very unpleasant smelling. So that's what you can see immediately. There's a doorway here as we go into the captain's quarters. So you can see there's what looks like a map room or something like that where there's a main table. And basically the furniture, everything's kind of fallen against the wall, broken. And there's really nothing that you can see immediately of interest there. In the forecastle here, this looks like this was some sort of like crew area for stowing maybe gunnery supplies, something like that. And again, it's all moldering wreck. Just ruins at this point.
So there's like no crates or.
There's no crates in there. If you want to go through that pile of stuff and see what you can find, you can always go ahead and make a perception check to see if you can find
Just
it.
real quick, just
Go for it.
Survey, make sure we're not missing anything.
Yeah.
Undead hiding
Sure.
out.
And if you want to call it, it's not really an investigate. It's probably a perception because you're not trying to learn about it. You just want to see it.
Let's 15.
Okay, your eyes kind of burn with the like decaying smell and so forth. If you claw around in there, and you feel a lot of stuff that seems very organic and wet and gross, but you can't tell if it's maybe seaweed or flesh or what. But it is bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk out and be like, yeah, not doing that again.
Yep, that's what you found in the front.
I stick my head back out of the captain's quarters. There are maps and stuff in here, but it just occurred to me, we could probably do this faster if you'll do I would not normally suggest doing a quick detect magic, except for the fact that this sucker is sinking.
No, you're absolutely right.
By the way, this map room takes up this part. There is a further area back here, it seems like.
Okay. I'm going to check around in there, because that's definitely the captain's quarters, to see if I locate it before whatever, but I'm going to search around there. I'm going to actually probably look at the map, see if any of them are important.
Totally ruined. Waterlogged, frozen, ripped to pieces, eaten by rats.
Okay. Then I'm going to check out the rest of it.
Okay, you go into the captain's quarters, and this used to be beautiful. There's areas where you can see there used to be like gilting on the edges. There was what used to be like an actual feather bed. Things like that are just torn apart, put into pieces. The different porthole windows in the back here are all cracked out. So you're looking at a ruin of a wreck.
Okay. I'm going to guess it's the shield's not in here.
You
so.
see no evidence of the shield. Feel free to investigate as much as you would like to, given the time.
Oh, like, my hands like that.
6.
It's very rough. It doesn't do a lot to make you feel better. Yeah, it's too tough to see anything useful here, and it doesn't really seem to be fruitful at all. Unless it's under the bed, and you look under the bed and it's not there. So there's really not very many places to hide.
I'll just come back out and hope Barton's gone today.
Yeah, and during that time, I guess I've canceled Spirit Guardians and have cast Detect Magic.
Is Detect Magic concentration?
Yes.
Spirit Guardian's concentration? Oh, that kind of sucks. Okay.
But that's definitely away.
Alright, so you detect magic. There's nothing magical on the first floor that doesn't belong to all of you. The top deck.
Okay. We need to get down. I'm not seeing anything.
Yeah, what is is it visual range on Detect Magic, or is it
That's a very
sense?
good question.
I thought it was
I
just.
think it's sense.
I think it's sense too.
Well, I'm going to assume
that's
that
the
you guys are
spell
all
magic.
right.
I think it's
But,
like sense up to 60.
Well,
Yeah, it just says sense 30 feet.
Well, then you want to go straight down, because there are two sources of magic down below. One is a source of enchantment magic that to you feels homey and warm and comforting.
Oh,
And the other one is a sense of magic that feels very necrotic and evil and bad.
Oh, hey, it's for you.
They are, of course, next
what's
to
that
each
for
other.
me?
okay.
There are other sources of necromancy magic as you go down too.
I'm
You're
not
definitely not alone on this
necromancer,
boat.
I'm an elemental monk.
Okay.
See?
I only feel two things.
That's actually a really good point. Make a perception check. What do I want to have you make? I want to have you make a
Athletics.
No, I want to have you make a deception check.
Okay, so, yeah, 21.
Okay. You see something new when your eyes slide across Aurora that fills you with a sense of dread and malaise, and you are able to make sure you have that moment, if you want to make an insight roll, where you are doing your best not to show the fact that there is something frightening going on.
It depends on how bad he is at covering it, I guess.
Yeah, so this is for you an insight check.
It's a 12.
Okay. And he got it past you in that moment. But there is something going on.
Okay. You and I need to talk.
What about?
Well, there's something in the captain's room that I noticed that I think we should see.
Okay. We'll go with the captain's room.
You go in the captain's room. Boom.
Do we know that we're supposed to go down?
Did you tell them that you were going down? Did we say that already?
Or did you?
What did I notice first? The things down or more?
Well, because of the fact that you were scanning the rest of the ship first, you noticed the things down first.
Yeah, so I said we need to go down.
And he's like, okay, well, you guys are doing that. We'll figure out a way to get down in the lower levels.
All right.
And yeah,
You have two hatches, right? As previously active.
But why?
just for fun, I'm gonna get out my war pick. Just start whacking away.
No problem. Go ahead and make a strength check. You guys over there in the captain's quarters, how's it going?
What a waste.
Tell me what's happening.
Not really much of anything in this room. What's up?
Not in this room. That was a lie.
Oh,
What's going on with you?
Whoa. DM rage.
nothing. I fell in a whale and the whale came up and here I am.
Really, because I'm seeing something that's not right, either in you or on you. And before I go a step further, you're going to communicate with this please.
Everything's fine. I feel fine.
No, it's not. Shoot. I'm not sure exactly what I can roll here.
Are you sure you're not picking up like undead whale on me? Because that's inside an undead whale.
What do you want to accomplish? Tell me, and I'll do my best to help you with it.
I'm trying to find the source of where this is coming from.
You can clearly see the source of where this is coming from. It seems to be fused with Aurora and centered around her body,
Okay.
like center mass.
Did you eat your way out?
I don't think so.
Did you eat any part of that whale?
Not
Because there's something going on in your stomach right now, and it's bad.
Chest.
Is it in my stomach?
Chest.
In my chest, and it's bad.
Yes.
It just feels like chest to me.
I'm not familiar with the backs and ways, but you need to be more forthcoming. Before I continue, or I'm going to ask you to stay here.
I don't know what happened inside the whale. I don't know what else to tell you.
You have no recollection of what happened inside the
No,
whale.
I fell inside the whale, and then the whale opened its mouth, and you guys were all there, and then the whale fell apart.
Aurora, I need you to stay here on top, and I need you to guard us. But I cannot have you come with us because there is something inside of you, and I don't know if I can help you.
I want to help her up.
Maybe we'll come back.
Okay, guys, do your thing. I'll just be up here not doing anything.
Actually, does the detect magic? Am I feeling like any sort of like enchantment, or is this like straight up necromancy?
Necromancy.
Okay. Fuck.
You can do like some sort of arcana check.
Is this something you picked up with detect magic? Is that what's going on here?
Yes. Yes, it is. You're giving off something really bad, and especially if you don't know what's happening, you might compromise us in our mission here.
I mean, you don't think it has anything to do with that whale, because I was inside of a whale. I don't even know how long I was inside of a
The
whale.
whale itself, no, but whatever was commanding that whale, something might be wrong with you that we don't know how to fix. So I'm going to try something. Dispel magic.
Roll for it.
Okay. So 18.
That's damn good as a roll. That's it. Okay. You are purified.
Okay, cool. I'll change my proficiency bonus back
I
up.
can't do anything more about that.
What happens to her, though? Does she die?
You need to make a con save.
Okay.
You're not going to die, but you did just have something inside of your body dispelled. And this is probably going to hurt.
I'd imagine so. Oh yeah, that's terrible. That's a 7.
Okay. Oh, dice like you. Okay, 8 points of damage. Necromancy damage, and you can feel shards of crystal piercing your body on the inside of your chest
Okay.
as that gem breaks into 1,000 inert pieces.
And just like comes out of my body.
Nope.
Through the front. No, it's
Nope. Just in your
just
body.
buried in there.
You are just filled with shrapnel.
Awesome. I literally have to change my whole character.
I know it's going to be a lot of work, but we'll just we'll wing it. And if we get some things wrong today, we'll get some things wrong today. I mean, again, that's the fun of the game. It's
Does
all
it
about
dispel
rolling.
any of the other magic on me, or just that specific thing?
Luckily, it is a focused effect.
Okay.
So it says choose one effect, one object. So we are good on this.
Okay.
You could not have rolled any lower and had that work, by the way.
Okay.
Just for like pure over the table, like wow, didn't expect
Yeah,
it was
because
going to
it's
happen.
like a super very rare magic item.
Things are very interesting today. Things are great. We got to
By the
keep doing
gods.
what we're doing.
Are you feeling okay?
I feel like something just exploded in my heart, but other than that, I feel wonderful.
Okay.
Thanks for asking.
I think I just did you a very huge favor here, and I told you to stay here, and I asked you the questions because I needed to see your reaction because I didn't know what was happening.
Because of inside the whale.
Yes, because of inside the whale.
Okay, yeah, I remember now there was a gem in there.
There was. Okay. That's okay.
It's the heart of Trageria, you know.
The heart of Trageria was a thing of evil.
I think that it used to be good until the dwarves broke it up. This is, of course, those telling the truth, which it might not have been.
you're going to have to tell me this at another time. Because
Okay.
we are on a sinking ship.
You do notice at this point another strong lurch in the ship. Everything kind of shakes and lifts to the side. For those who are not super engaged, you guys hear what sounds like just like a guttural, inhuman sound. Just like a brah from somewhere down below.
You hear that?
Yes, let's go.
All right.
I'm gonna try to lift up the. Wait, did you hack through the hatch?
Oh yeah, I was beating it.
Yeah, so these two hatches here, you said you rolled an 18, whatever it was. Totally just pop it. I mean, again, as you're hitting down, the hatches just fold inwards.
Sure.
They were probably supposed to go up.
Can you do a
down.
heal on me really quickly, by the
Can I,
way? Because
So this
look
is-
down in there.
Sure.
Now that it's open.
Yep,
there's
go ahead and make
like,
a perception check.
just
I'm
shards
just
of
gonna jump
things that I can
That
feel
is not
inside
a
my
roll.
body and it hurts.
Yes, nat 20.
Okay, there is stuff down there. It is incorporeal, like flitting shadows. There is definitely something in there.
I already said I just jumped down. So.
No, that's totally cool. I wasn't going to interrupt your death scene with talking about what's going on up there. So, as you jump down, you kind of like
14.
skitter against some rotting stairs. So, make a real quick acrobatics check to see how you
I
land
never
on
get to
this.
use
I
acrobatics.
know. I figured you needed a chance.
Oh damn! There was why 9.
9. That's not great. So now you're prone.
Oh.
As you jump down the hatch, hit the stairs, twist your ankle, slide down the rest of the moldy stairs.
Okay.
So that's fun. But hey, don't worry, you got company, so you won't have to feel bad about being down there.
I
Well,
got.
no
guns.
fireball.
That's okay.
So-
No, go for it.
Oh yeah, just fireball.
go for it.
I mean, seriously, why not?
Okay.
Okay, you all said it was okay. Fireball.
Okay, cool.
We should at least finish first, right?
Shall we do initiative first? Okay.
I mean, you're
Here's
a
some
chance
initiative.
to try to get the hell out of the way.
Nice.
14.
It's like you don't want to be fireballed suddenly.
12.
You're the one who got the twisted ankle. I
Yeah,
blame you.
fair enough. Fair enough. I can use the second wind to try to get some of that back by hand.
You know, I was even going to bring my iPad with me in case this happened.
The falling down.
No,
Oh, in case we did this.
in case like a dispel magic was cast that was high enough that could like.
Yeah, I swear, we just always need to be prepared for everything in D&D, but that is what makes it fun. And if you don't have, if you're rolling with extra proficiency bonuses tonight, so be it.
So
I will take it out on you guys some other way.
When I
Yeah.
cast
No,
fireball,
take it
I'm
on
using,
her some other way.
Yeah.
You did a dispel magic on a legendary item.
Wow.
Nice.
I mean, seriously, I'm impressed. It was some good stuff. Also, dispel magic is not that unfriendly nowadays, so I think back when we had like a very early session, I was trying really hard not to let you dispel something, and I feel bad about it, but it's ages ago, and you guys are so powerful now. What can I do?
More XP.
More experience.
Hey, just fight some stuff that's here in the thing, and you'll be fine. Okay, so how did we do initiative-wise?
I beat him.
Great, and you guys
Yeah,
should
it's
roll
too
2,
low
because we
to-
got to figure out where you guys act in the scene.
What did you get? Yay.
I got like a
18.
14.
Nice.
I got 12.
Oh,
Yeah.
hold on a second. This
Yeah.
doesn't affect my initiative in any way, so I can just look at my sheet straight up.
Yeah, and again, I mean, like, wherever it's an issue, we'll just figure it out as we go.
11.
Cool.
So,
Okay, so we're
just gotta
going
continue
almost
with
that
this
way. No, that
trend.
doesn't work. We have to go like this. Come on, guys. Okay, Arvin.
Okay.
So you hear breaking wood. You want to do the app?
Gnomish.
I am needed.
Okay, so Emerald is like summoning a globe of fire and about to eject it down the
I
staircase.
told him. Well, I didn't tell him, but he should have known.
Wait, did you just jump into that?
Yes, you did.
You know what that's called? That's called pulling in Aurora.
I know, right? I just had to. I felt like I needed to.
You know,
So-
what's the difference between you and Aurora is that
You can take the damage.
if a fireball just gets dropped on her, she doesn't care.
So let's say you run out of the captain's quarters. What's next?
Okay. Just get me down as fast as I can.
You want to just go down the stairs?
Yep.
Okay,
Yes,
you need an
keep-
acrobatics check.
You're gonna make me use all my. Luckily, I only have
Okay, so 16.
Yep, you're good. You managed to land. The stairs are really slippery and old and rotten, and you are next to the prone Theophraxis.
Okay.
And something glowy.
Yeah, there are undead beings that are incorporeal in this room. You guys have faced these before. You would definitely say these are probably some sort of specter.
Okay.
Nice. I can get it by myself. Don't worry about it.
Okay. You know what? Man, we're surrounded. So.
I mean, surrounded is a broad word. There are doors and stuff here.
Okay. I'm going to turn on dead. Here's my stuff.
Where are they gonna run to?
Hopefully up. Or through away.
Yeah, right past you, then we can look fireball.
But then my fireball won't work. It'll just hurt you guys.
I think
Yeah, but the fireball has to land. You can have it land on the ground, and then if they go up, they will be out of it.
Okay, so we're channeling divinity here.
Okay.
Right, that's what we're going for.
Yep.
Okay.
And they're all wisdom. So.
Yeah, within 30 feet of you that can see or hear you. Well, you know what? It's not that big a boat. So I'll just roll 2 sets. This is totally great. Everybody's going to have a great time. Okay, number 1. Oh, man, I need that guy. Wow. And of all the things I can save, that's fine. That's fine. As much as I like to cheat, it's not worth it to me.
That's fine.
Get out.
Yeah, that's cool. You burned every undead in this room. Now, the great thing is they're incorporeal. They don't have to worry about the ship. They go out the walls.
Dang!
Do you want to drop that fireball anyways?
No.
Okay. It's okay if you do.
We're good! We're good! We're good.
I climb down instead.
Okay. Since you can be careful, I will say you can make your check with advantage for this dexterity saving throw.
Aww.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just an acrobatics check. It's not a dex saving throw.
We still not have very good. 14.
14 even is all. I mean, it would be nice if you got a 15. You want to roll it one more time just to see if
I
you
got
get
a
a
20 to
15?
be comfortable, but well, non-nat 20.
Okay. Yeah, you're good. You get down with no problems.
By the way, I had him do a heal on me to like finish dissolving that crystal that was inside of me. Hopefully.
Sure.
I'm just gonna jump down.
I mean, I can't damage you in any way that's appreciable, so
Right.
that's that. One
Man,
of
this
these
boat
days,
just
yeah.
keeps being empty, huh?
I know, right? I don't know where these things are going.
Okay, so Theophraxis gets up. You guys are now on this mid-level.
Okay.
What's up?
Do we keep going down?
We keep on down.
Alright.
Unless we need to see anything around here.
Can I look around real quick before I way down?
Sure. Where do you want to look around? You've got area to the front of the ship, area to the rear of the ship. There's only this one hatch here, as far as you can tell for ways down.
Look at that.
You're still getting magic, and my magic's back to normal. I'm not weird and corrupted
Yeah, you're good.
anymore.
Okay. In a not very stealthy fashion, as you approach the hatch, the burning figure appears and is leveling both hands at you.
Oh, I'm gonna hide behind some of the stairs there.
Yeah, this is a good plan. Let's do it like this. Let's make an initiative contest. Man, I like that die actually.
15.
You are fine. You get behind the stairs.
Cool. He's back! He's back! He's back!
Yep. Anything further you want to do from behind the stairs?
Shoot his ass.
Go for it.
First shot. This is the magic pistol. Ooh. Let's organize. Let's see. Oh, 15?
15 hits.
That's gonna do 10. Did 9 points.
Nice. Okay.
Second shot, 17. And that does 13 points.
Cool. Okay.
For my magic pistol.
Cool. Okay. He is aware of you. You have damaged him. Let's see. Everybody else is there. Who else wants to jump into this round at this point?
I will.
I mean, I will, but I don't know. I don't remember my initiative anymore.
Yeah,
It was
I'll
all
say
that.
like this is the round after. So why doesn't everybody just roll it now? And just let me know if you get less than a 6. Then you'll go after.
13.
13.
Cool.
You can go first.
I got a 6.
Okay, nice. So we'll go 1, 2, and then I'm gonna go, and then Aurora will go. So you're up.
Okay. Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame.
It's literally as bad as my initiative.
Yep, he is vulnerable to Sacred Flame. Go for it.
Nice.
9.
9. Okay. Cool. Boom. Yep. Good. Not very happy with that. He is pretty much on fire though, so it's a good thing it's radiant. So there's that. Okay, Embers.
He's on fire, so I kind of feel like
I don't think Fireball is going to be the most useful spell.
Plus the radius is like this, so he will hit everybody you know, and that's awesome.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, that is awesome. Yeah.
I mean, I'm basically good, even though my dexterity save has gone down by 1 again.
You know what? I'm gonna try the Argent brand.
Okay, right. Argent Brand. Ready for this.
magic item.
You can cast Moonbeam level 2, which is a level 2 spell, and I'm gonna have it go right on top of him.
Okay.
So if he starts his turn in it, which he will, because
Oh, yeah.
he will take 2d10
40 feet.
radiant damage. Although since it is an archer brand, can I cast it at a higher level? Do I have to do it at level 2?
You just get to use the basic spell effect,
Okay.
unfortunately. But okay, so he's right here in this ray of moonlight. So cool. Okay, and he's about to start his turn there. So that's going to be good for him to take that damage. And it's lit now. You guys can easily see everything around you. Bright as daylight. You're basically pointing this torch that burns with this silver fire directly at him, and it's just cascading light right onto his beam. So he's kind of making some agonized sounds, but we haven't gotten to his round yet, so he's not taking the full effect. Let's see. Sean, you already went, right? So we're on his turn. Embers, did you have more stuff you want to do there?
Move back.
Okay. You've basically got a wall right behind you.
Well, like move that way along the ship. Can I not move?
Do you want to go into the hallway down here?
Ooh, no, I don't want to be out of sight and not see it. So
Okay.
yeah, I guess I'll stay there.
Yeah, sorry, you're as far back as you get without going out of range. Okay, so you're there, you're doing your thing. He's going to take his damage at the start of his turn, which is now. So here's his con
Do I
save.
get to go?
No, you're going to go right after him.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what is your con?
14.
Or what's 14? Okay, he does not save, so it's 2d10 radiant damage.
And if he's a shape changer, that throws some stuff on it. But I
Yep,
don't
then you
think
get the
he is.
disadvantage, which he's not going to get in this case, it looks
No.
like. But you do get to totally get the stuff.
Oh, so we had a 7 initiative.
What's that? No, he didn't. And I'm thinking about this now. I was about to say I think I'm actually going to have you go first, because it makes more sense con bonus, or dex bonus wise.
7.
Okay.
But it's 7 radiant damage.
7 radiant damage. All right, cool. And we are on Aurora.
Cool, do I have to avoid that moonbeam thing?
That's a good question.
No,
It's if
it's
you
only
start
a
your
5 foot
turn,
radius.
you would take damage on it if you went in this direct line.
It comes from straight down.
Is it straight down?
Yes, the
Oh,
moonbeam I
you're
believe
right.
is the
Center of a
moonbeam
point
when
within
it
range.
shuts down.
Fills the cylinder. The cylinder's 40 feet high. 5. Okay, got it. Yeah, got it. Yep, what she said. It's basically right on his square.
Okay. So can I kick into it, or is it...
Yep. Because you're not going to be starting its turn there or anything like that. So,
Well, I'll be
you're
10
not going to be taking his space no matter what.
I'm going to be 10 feet away from him anyway, because I'm going to do the... I'll use Dawn's Fang instead.
Okay, so you want to be like there? Does that look good?
Yeah, that's 10 feet away.
Okay, that's
That way
as
I
close
can-
as you can get with this staircase here.
That way I can duck back behind the stairs afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to hit him twice and then move back behind the
Okay,
stairs.
let's go ahead and do 2 attacks.
I'm rolling very poorly. That was only an 11. I know that doesn't hit him.
Okay.
Nope. I moved
Okay.
back behind the stairs.
Okay, back behind the stairs. Sorry. Over here, does that look good?
Yeah, just as long as I'm like not within range of him doing crazy things.
Oh yeah, because that's what he's going to do now, because now it's his turn. So he's going to do a lightning bolt, which is all 3 of you guys. So Embers, Theophraxis, and Bly, Arvin. You guys all get to make dexterity saving throws.
If I knew that was what he was going to do.
Why, did you want to get a lightning bolt?
No, I could have directed his attention because I can dodge that.
19, 15,
13.
19, 13. Okay, 19 is a success.
Oh, wow.
That's very high.
I mean, some of you guys are spellcasters. You know how this goes.
Oh, I would.
Give me a second. Hold on.
Yep.
You know what? I think it's too late for me to say, like, counterspell.
It's a reaction, so technically it's not too late. I mean, we can't do like the, I didn't say it before you said I was going to hit with a spell thing. That's not how time really works, right? We're good. Go ahead and do it.
It's for me to try to interrupt.
Yeah. If you're going to do a counter spell, that's totally cool.
Let's try that.
It's a 3rd level spell, so I think it just works, right?
If the spell is 3rd level or lower, it fails and has no effect. If it's 4th level or higher, then you have to do an ability
Yeah.
check.
So fails.
Unless he also has counterspell, in which case he can counterspell or counterspells a reaction.
I guess he could, but because he's doing lightning bolt, I feel like that's his thing that he was doing. And should you use a reaction on your turn? I don't think you should be using it. I don't know. Long story short, he begins casting a lightning bolt. You can start seeing like the arcs of electricity arcing forward, and right when he gathers all of his 8d6 together, Embers cancels it. And pop, it just pops. That's fine. That's fine. I'm just going to use my bonus action, and he's just going to pop. So.
Son of a...
Well, look, we're not here to fight him. We're here to get a shield. If we don't end up killing him, who cares? I really wanted to kill him like 5 minutes ago, though.
You still keep that feeling.
Why?
Nurture that.
Might get our chance.
He's bad, he's evil, he terrorizes rising the high seas. Arr. Destroy the evil pirates, arr.
I don't have anything against him right now.
Okay.
Before
I'm
I was
going
gonna
to sneak up on the hatch this time.
Okay, you want to make a stealth check?
Yes.
I'm going to keep those 8d6 around just in
Damn,
case,
that
guys,
sucks.
just so we know.
Stealth dex. 9.
9. Okay. You're super sneaky.
Awesome. We peek inside.
You peek inside, and it is dark down below, but there's definitely something down there because the boat lists a little bit like this when something moves around. But you hear no signs of breathing, no signs of life.
Hey,
Okay, so...
I suddenly appear over your shoulder.
Ah, jeez!
What do you see?
Nothing. I hear nothing. I see nothing.
Is there anything down there?
Seriously, I hear nothing and I see nothing.
I'm gonna look down there.
I mean, you're seeing mostly just the dark right below this hatch right there, and there's nothing that's directly in that spot.
So...
But there is definitely like the sound of something moving around down
Oh,
there.
there's your... So I went first last time. So I think it's your turn.
Okay. Hey, Embers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump down there, and can you just cast a fireball on me when I land?
On you, sure.
Wow. I'm gonna be there quick as they're ready.
Okay, awesome. We're going to take our break now,
Oh.
so that when we come back we can resolve this. Because, I mean, this is, again, our edge of the seat drama right here, right? We got to act while we can. So I'm going to throw in our Infinity Tower music.
I'm hoping it's a new initiative.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to take, we'll take new initiative. We'll get things started again. When we come back, we will resolve whatever's happening on the last level of the ship, and we'll have some fun. So if you get a chance to join us in a few minutes, come on back, and we're going to go, do stuff we got to do. Okay, we are back and happy to be here as we do more Time to Tabletop Infinity Tower. So, what's that?
SA Compendium says you cannot dispel magic on a magic item.
Essay Compendium, because you can't dispel magic on a magic item?
Yeah.
Alright, well, luckily I didn't look at that book.
I mean, I'm fine with not being possessed by an evil gem, but...
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go through the promos, because I just got started into that reading. So we're on Ambient Realms. Ambient Realms is one of our sponsors. They do ambient effects and sounds for games, such as... I pushed the wrong button. This is typically how the game works. I pushed the wrong button. But I mean, yeah, let's just enjoy some nice guitar. So Ambient Realms has all the cool stuff, like the lightning bolts and stuff like that, but they also just have some really cool, solid musical tracks that you can just enjoy for a while. We run this all the time when we're doing like town scenes and stuff like that, because I like the track. So not everything has to be audio drama where your players know that they're about to be killed. Yeah, they support Huntington's. Thank you. Of course, I didn't finish the rest of the sentence.
I take it back.
Huntington's Disease Society of America and Autism Speaks. This will be funny one of these days when Huntington's disease is eradicated. It will be not big, just get it done already, guys. I mean, let's work on that. And Arknight at arknight.com, they do cool flat plastic minis. I'm sure they support causes, but I don't have to pronounce them because they're not on my sheet. We do giveaways when we have followers and subscribers that are Arknight based. If you would like to follow us or subscribe to the channel, we appreciate it. And thank you guys for watching. Just period if you take any time out of your day.
Follower, well, 2 of them. Will Knight 3.
Yeah. Good job, Will.
No.
Okay, there's 2 people named Will out there?
Holy crap!
It's not a common name.
It's
I
not.
mean, it's not like
It's
Hans.
gotta be short for something.
Yeah,
Right?
Willa.
Might be his nickname. No.
That's
Will
probably-
Knight 3 and Nerd Central.
Nice,
So-
very nice. Thanks, guys. And Will is probably his nickname. His real name is probably Hans. And he probably just goes by Will so that people don't confuse him with all the other Hanses in his office.
Is that why I get so many weird phone calls? Thanks, Hans.
Well, that's just me and my spam bot. I mean, that has nothing to do with anything. But yep, thank you guys. We really appreciate it. Will and Nerd Central. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Okay, those are good
Spelled with
things.
3s instead of E's.
Nice. Okay, cool. So tomorrow night we've got Adrenochrome. Hey, Kat.
Hey!
How's it going?
It's fine. It's going fine. Sorry, pandemic is happening tomorrow. We pre-reported it. It gets political. Just giving you a warning in case you're diehard conservative and watching a show that has 2 lesbians in it. We get political. It's liberal because we're lesbians. And that's how we roll.
But you're also just political people.
We're political people, but I think that being LGBTQ means that your whole life is basically political because people are trying to regulate away our rights. So don't want to get more in depth on this show about that, but yeah, hard to not be political.
Fair. Okay, and then on Thursday we've got new trippers, so look for that at 6:30. Adrenochrome is at 7. This is all Pacific time.
Yeah.
Thursday we've got new trippers, which is Open Legend at 6:30, and then Saturday we have our special Numenera stream. This is the only Numenera physical product I brought with me to go Numenera like this with. So Numenera Saturday at 11 o'clock. That's a special show. We're just going to do it once and maybe several thousand times after that, but that's what we're planning right now. So look forward to that. And then we are in the middle of a fight. Well, maybe not a fight. We have a sorceress who is about to drop a fireball as the cat monk jumps down the hatch to fight anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anything at all. Does not matter what species it
I'm
is.
feeling lonely.
I mean, yeah, you've only got 4 people with you,
You
3
need
people
the
with
cold
you.
embrace of dead. Like, really feel connected to somebody.
That's right. No, because I think this would be awesome.
That's really what it comes down to. That's all we're looking for. Games that are awesome.
So whatever's down there has to roll a
Fireball drop on my
DC
head.
14, I believe, Dex save.
Cool. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do an initiative check first to see if this thing happens to be faster than all of you. And, maybe like grab you and pull you down to the hatch and get you.
Man, today is not a good day for initiatives with me.
I am happy to hear that in this case. Okay, so how'd you guys do? 3 total? Okay, check.
10.
10. So you're going to have time to do stuff. But the excellent thing is, as you get ready, prepare, go through things, a limb is the best word, but it seems to be composed out of body parts, lots of flesh, additional phalanges as things come up, just shoots up, pushing against the hatch. I'm going to make a strength check. It's going to be super great. 15. Pushes through the hatch, pops the hatch out, and starts ripping around like this. I get a multi-attack. I'm going to take it. So since you guys are right there on top, I'm going to make 1 attack against each of you. Okay, so for Cat, I got a 22, and for Aurora, I got a 14.
Huh?
You mean for Embers, you got a 14?
The people I pointed at, so for Cat, I got a 22. For Embers, I got a 14. I'm sorry. I know they're in names.
Yes.
So for Aurora and Embers, and
If it had been the other way around, then Aurora would have been okay. But
because
yes, you did
because
that.
Cat's AC is okay. Never mind. All right. So Aurora, you got hit. Embers, you got hit. Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Cat, you are taking 11 points of damage.
Okay.
Aurora, you are taking.
Embers.
Still,
Sorry, Embers.
I'm both Cat and Aurora.
Okay, I should have been able to get that by the second time, but the problem is I'm looking at my dice and doing math, and I really like doing math, so I got excited about that part.
I know that I take 11.
One more time, you're going on timeout.
That's fine. You're going to be running this ship by yourself. This ship is sinking already. How much better can it get? All right, so Aurora took 11 points of damage. Embers took 11 points of damage. Each of you needs to make a strength saving throw.
Well, that's not ever good.
You know what? I take it back. This is grappling, so it could be opposed by dexterity instead.
Then that's what I'm doing.
I
I'm
am
not doing
grabbed.
Yeah.
I'm
okay.
probably also grabbed because I only got a 12.
14 is
because
what we're
I'm
looking for.
rolling for crap.
Damn.
Cool. I'll just take these guys off the board for now, and we'll go like this.
You just see us go like, ooh.
So this thing comes up, sweeps around, and then pulls him down inside.
Yep. You guys will be here. It will be here. Yep. Monster grapple rules rock. Okay, so I'm doing my thing, and you guys should probably roll initiative at this point.
I
Now
go
that you
on
realize
16.
stuff's happening. 16? Okay, cool.
11.
That was a while ago. 11. Okay, so in this next round, you guys will go on 16, 11. Are either of you guys ahead of that?
No, I have 10.
Okay, so 16.
Do I see what? Do I see the thing that's down there?
Now that you are looking down there, yes, you can see there is a thing that is grabbing your friends.
Okay. So, okay. All right, I'll just shoot it.
Cool.
Yeah. Is it like choking him? Is it?
It's grabbed them with this big, multi-limb. It's like somebody composed a limb out of smaller arms and fingers and hands, and this huge undead creature is just holding it.
Okay, is it like filling the entire bottom of the boat, or is it like an actual individual thing?
It's a large-sized creature made out of body parts.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll just go ahead and shoot it.
Sounds good. Yep, it's probably ready for that part.
I will shoot it twice.
Good. 2 is a good number.
For the first, I'm gonna do the sharpshooter
Okay.
thing.
Yes.
What is that? That's a 21
Yep, that'll totally hit.
first hit. Okay. And it does 17, 23 points of damage.
23 points of damage, which is awesome. That's what sharpshooter's all about.
And then the second shot, natural 20.
Nice, very nice. Congratulations to you, sir.
I get 2d10 now.
Yeah, yep.
That's 14. Plus 10 is 24. Plus 5 is 29.
29. That is a serious amount of damage from one round.
Bam, bam!
52 points of damage in one round.
I'm digging this.
That is a lot.
And that wasn't
Very
even
cool.
with the vicious,
Yeah?
whatever that was. the
Yeah,
vicious
congratulations.
shot.
That was a
Final
successful
shot.
series of shooting
I
things.
feel very happy.
Very nice. Okay.
And I want to. Do I have a good angle? Because it looks like the stairs are there. I might want to kind of like walk around and reposition myself on the other side. Where's that?
Do you want to try to go down the stairs a nice
No.
way?
I just want to be like right on that side.
Sure, yeah.
That way I can look down those stairs. Because right now I feel like I'm like
Sure.
hanging
Yeah, that's
over.
all
Yeah.
totally doable.
Yeah.
And that stairs, again, you can hear them creaking and breaking underneath the weight of this thing as it's reaching up from down below. Hatch is blown open at this point, so that hatch is gone.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just do that and
Okay.
I'll hunker down.
Cool. You are hunkered down. There's really no cover, but you're at least hunkered. Okay, so now
Hunkering's
I
important.
think I am next because you are where?
11.
11, so I'm next. So this creature that is holding on to the both of you is going to keep grappling you, and... Okay. Yeah, let's do this systematically.
So was the first thing a surprise round?
No, that was just to beat you in initiative. Are you saying because I didn't give you guys a chance to act? Is that where we're
Yes.
at? That makes sense. Okay, so that's my bad. I should have done that. So we'll keep where Sean's at for damage because he had a high initiative score. He probably should have gone anyways first. Let's have you guys go now for your rounds. Where were you guys at initiative-wise?
I'm at the bottom, so I'm fine with going after the creature.
Okay, so well,
Yeah.
this would be round 2 for the creature now. Is the point?
Okay.
So are we like this? Is it going to go Aurora Embers? Is that
Yeah.
our order? Okay, so let's go Aurora now.
I mean, I would just be trying to sneak out of it.
Yeah, so you just basically are going to try to break the grapple.
Yeah. So Dex check again.
Yeah, it's Dex, and do you get to use acrobatics on this? I think you do, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I think it's Dex acrobatics.
13.
Oh, really? With the acrobatics? Okay.
Yeah, well, it would have been 14 if it was a Dex save.
Well, I
Ouch.
don't think it is. I think grappling you have to break it with a check. And let me see what grappling's telling me.
Sounds right.
No, I think that's right. I think it's a check.
Yeah, so unfortunately that's not sufficient.
Would it have been sufficient, 5 minutes ago?
You mean before I told you it wasn't sufficient? Or like...
Before the gem got destroyed.
Yeah, I mean you are off by exactly 1.
Yeah.
Hey, you are welcome.
Well, okay. I read up in the essay compendium why you can't do it, and it's because otherwise you could cast a spell magic to get rid of zombies. You could cast a spell magic to get rid of magic weapons when people are attacking. And basically, what the spell magic, when it says on an object, that means say somebody's cast an alarm spell and it's active for 24 hours. If you cast a spell magic on it, it overrides it. So it makes sense.
Oh, we're totally doing it. Yeah,
Huh?
it's done at this point.
It's already happened.
Putting a spell on something versus a magical
I want to make sure in the future that my magic weapons don't get
There's a
destroyed.
different,
Yeah, that's a good question. So I think for this particular case, I have underlying reasons I would keep going in this
Yeah.
direction. Yeah, I would say if we want to make this really make sense, would you spend a channel divinity on it?
If I did that, I only get 1 channel divinity in today.
Oh, okay, so you're saying you couldn't have spent a channel divinity on it at this point anyway. No problem.
No, we would have to retcon that.
It's okay. I have ways to just take it out in the long term on you, so don't worry. Yeah,
So
this is going to be plenty of
that's the only reason I want to make sure is
No, that's a good
I don't
question.
want in the future your magic weapon is now not working.
I think in this case, this is kind of like an effect,
Yeah.
rather than it is like this is like solidified magic, more than it is like a traditional magic item,
Gotcha.
is the
That
way I
makes
would
sense.
consider it.
Okay.
So with where we're at right now, you did not break your
No.
grapple, So you're grappled, so that really is basically your turn, right? I mean,
Yes.
you can't move and you can't do anything. You can't
Right.
attack anything. You are... Yeah, I mean, it doesn't say anything about you not being able to attack.
No, you can attack when you're grappled, but if
Disadvantage, aren't you?
no.
No?
Yeah, nothing
but you
about
have
it.
to
Because
do
you're not
either or,
incapacitated
'cause it's your
necessarily.
action.
You're just...
Right.
Yeah, so, I mean, right now, you can do stuff if you want to do stuff.
Well, I think my action would have been to try to break the grapple, so I would have been using my action.
Good news is I don't see anything here with monster grappling where it says you have to take an action to do it. It's not a contest. There's a straight DC. So right now, I'm going to say that's like a save, and you can just go into your action.
Okay. Are my arms grappled?
No, you're good. You can just do stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm gonna hit it.
Yeah, go for it. I mean, that's the good news. Is yeah, it's a straight save, but on the other hand, there's nothing that says you can't do stuff.
So last round I would have been hitting it, and Embers probably would have been casting a spell.
Right. So this is us like going back and adding Sean in, and then we'll go forward from there.
I didn't hit it.
Okay. All right.
Try to hit it again.
Sure. Sure.
Does a 13 hit?
Yeah. No. Sorry. 13 is not it. I'm sorry. I got excited.
It's okay. It's a cool sound effect and all, but can we like turn the drums down a little bit?
Let's do it. No problem.
It's like right in my
heart
ear,
rate
and
has changed.
I've been screaming the whole game.
No, totally. Yeah, I can't appreciate it as well from this side of the table. Comment noted. Okay, so are you on bonus attack?
I'm doing my next one. Does the 17 hit?
Yeah, totally.
That is for 13 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, nice.
And then I am going to bonus kick it.
Cool.
19.
Okay, yeah, totally hits.
And that is for 7 points of magical kicking damage.
Okay. Creature's getting hit. It's taking a lot of punishment. It doesn't seem severely injured.
Okay.
Okay, Embers.
I'm just gonna shock and grasp it.
Shock and grasp. Okay. Yeah, you're being grappled. So, do you want to try to break the grapple?
No.
You're just gonna keep being grappled?
Yeah.
You don't have to roll to hit.
Okay. So, just damage then.
Yep. And what is the kind of damage?
It is, I believe it's lightning because it's
Okay.
shocking grasp.
Cool.
Let me make sure though, because sometimes things have this, the title fairy fire, and there's nothing to do with fire.
Right.
Or fire, sacred flame. then
Sacred
there's
flame is
nothing to do
really-
with fire at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does have to do with sacred.
6 damage.
6 damage. Okay, and it takes 6 damage. It is damaged. Anything further you want on that turn?
I'm just calling out that there's a huge giant creature in here.
There's a huge giant creature.
Huge giant creature.
Okay.
Okay.
Noted by everybody aboard. Okay, so at this point,
So at this point, technically, it'd be Sean.
yeah, so let's say we went back. Sean got an action to, I'll call that even on our whole initiative snafu, and then let's go to the top of the round with you.
Oh, I get to go again.
We're just going to say that that's like my compromise of this whole, like, I took a whole turn off of these guys.
Yeah.
Let's
Because
all do sharpshooter.
well, that's why I was
again.
asking if it was a surprise round when it.
That's
grabbed
totally
us
fine.
to-
We'll do it that way, and I think that's fair. I mean, because, this guy's not Velok, and he's not holding a shield.
Awesome. So I'm going to shoot him twice again at the sharpshooter again.
Cool. You guys want to make perception checks real quick, since you are down in the bottom hold for you, Aurora and Embers, who are different people, played by different people?
Fail.
Okay.
Like a 10 if I roll it and it's a 17 passive.
Okay. Well, let's go with the passive. You do see like a flickering flame light coming from the other side of the hold over here-ish.
I shout, the shield's down here, I think.
13 and an 8.
Those are
after the
not.
minus 5.
Those are not great numbers.
I know.
They are not successes to hitting this thing.
Darn.
Despite its large mass, the problem you're having is not hitting your friends.
Isn't that my friends? Yeah. I'm like,
So you did not hit your friends, which is a good thing to not do. Okay, so now we are on to the creature's turn, and let's see. Allison, do you want odds or evens?
I'll take odds.
Okay, so you need to make a con saving throw.
6.
Okay, you are engulfed
Oh, 7.
by the creature. So you are now blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe, and have to make Constitution saving throws at the start of each of the critter's turns, or suffer large amounts of damage.
Sure.
So
So
it just swallowed her whole?
she swallowed
I
whole.
Like
got
Akira style?
absorbed by skin and body parts.
It's probably as gross as it sounds. So look forward to that. And you're here, just not represented on the board.
I'm holding my breath as hard as I can.
Yeah, and that was at 13. So where are you at the numbers?
11.
So you're now.
Okay. Given that Arvin is human, can I see anything down there?
There's been some firing back and forth. You see a faint outline of like firelight from coming over here. So there is a little bit of stuff for you to see because mostly there was a moonbeam up here that has spread bright light around here. So you can see dimly down in there.
Dimly down there, so I'm gonna need light down there.
Yeah.
So light on my shield and then hopping down.
Okay, great. So you're jumping basically right down on the creature. So acrobatics check to not hit the creature and fall down and get hurt super bad. Or
I don't mind if I fall on the creature, which I probably do now because I go roll 6.
6.
Aww.
Yeah. So you're gonna fall down on the creature.
Belly flop.
Yeah. Is there any way you think you can turn that into an attack?
Okay, yeah.
Sure. Go ahead and make an attack with no proficiency bonus.
All right.
So you're gonna roll that and add your strength.
Add my strength, so 14.
Oh, that is so close. Dang it.
We're just
So
keep being off by little
you
bits.
basically just like fall down on the creature and like roll over to the side. And you're down on the ground and you're not incapacitated. You take 1 point of damage from falling on the ground.
Aww.
Okay, you're there. That's cool. So that was your movement and your action. Did you have anything else planned there?
Pick myself up off the ground, and that's about it.
Yeah, you're not really on the ground. Again, you see faint flickering light from over here, and you've got a big, massive pile of bones and flesh in front of you. So that's.
Am I picking up anything with the detect magic still?
Oh, that's a great question because you still have to take magic. So yes, this thing has the air of necromancy around it from being animated like this. Very, very strong positive vibes coming from this direction of flickering firelight, but also more necromancy. So that was a good question. Okay, so now we're on Aurora before Embers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Aurora.
Well, I'm gonna try to break out of its thing again
Yep,
because
that
it
sounds like a
just
good plan.
swallowed embers, and that's terrifying.
No one likes swallowing things like that. That's not good.
13 again.
Ah, all right. So you might as well just hit it.
Yeah, why not? Quick question: can I use my elemental magic while I'm being held by this thing?
I can't think of any reason you can't.
Okay. Okay, then it needs to make a dexterity check, DC 14.
DC 14 dexterity check. Yep, that's unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful?
Yep, that is not a thing.
Cool, it is knocked prone.
Knocked prone. And what is the effect we're using on it? Is it something
I have water whipped it.
water whipped? It is down, rocking against the base of the mast.
Yes, and knocking it prone like that, can I make another attempt to break free of it?
Yeah, that's fair. Let's do that.
Yeah. That time I did.
Okay, cool. So that's
so
going to
I
be.
spent 2 key points on that. So basically a whip of water came shooting out of my hand, it wrapped around the creature, and somehow by magical leverage, using the force of
Yeah, I'm going to
nature-
say that's going to take up your bonus action, but that's fair.
Yeah.
Now you're not grappled.
Well, that's fine. I don't really have a bonus action
Cool.
with that anyways, because it was a spell. It does take damage,
Cool, let's do that.
so it takes 3d10 bludgeoning damage.
That is potentially a good number. Let's go for it. 30. Let's go 30.
17.
17's good. Okay, da-da-da-dun. Creature's still... It's not up because it's incapacitated, or it's prone rather, but it's
It's
fine.
prone. I mean, it can stand back up.
Right, but it's not its turn. It's Ember's turn. So blinded and restrained.
Oh,
It just seemed like it was likely to make strength saves.
I might be blinded and restrained. Well, restrained means I can't do anything, so I'll use
Restrained
restraint.
means you can't move, and attacks have disadvantage.
Do you have the type of meta magic that allows you to cast a spell without verbal?
No.
Well, no one said you can't say anything. You're unable to breathe. That's probably not great.
Well, I have to try to break free then, because otherwise, like, I'm just probably gonna die.
Let's do that.
Nope. What is it? What is it to get out? A dexterity or?
Yeah, it's either strength athletics or dexterity and acrobatics.
So that would only be a 13.
Only a 13?
Yep.
Okay. You're right there on the cusp, unfortunately. Sorry. So that's the grappling check. But again, I mean, you could do other stuff if you want to try to do anything. Are we trying to throw a spell, but we don't have the proper stuff we can do? Or what's that?
The only thing I can think of for throwing a spell. Can I Misty Step out of there?
Let's see. What's the requirement for Misty Step? Do you have to be able to see where you're going?
Briefly surrounded by silver mist, you can teleport up to 30 feet to an occupied space that you can see. That is true.
Dang. Okay, so that's the downside. Is you are blinded because you're inside of a critter. Boom, 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 boom.
So basically, any spell that has a somatic component, you can't cast right now because you can't move your hands.
Well, it just says speed. It doesn't say anything about not being able to move the hand because they let you make disadvantaged attack rolls. So you've got to be able to do some stuff there.
So if I just basically cast a fireball on myself?
I mean, personally, technically, I can't see any reason why you shouldn't be able to do that. Because there's nothing that's otherwise hurting you, right? I mean, blinded, restrained. That's it. Unable to breathe.
And then I can cast Careful on myself so that way all I might get advantage, and then because I'm Draconic Fire, I will take that damage and have that damage.
So you're going to take 1/4 of the damage of this fireball.
Yes.
Okay, let's go for it. I mean,
Okay.
after all, what would be the point of having this fireball sound effect? Oh my gosh, Hans.
We're not done yet!
And we'll see you next time. No, but, okay, seriously, I should not be allowed to operate the board. We all do that
An
already.
hour out.
Here we go. Yes.
Yes, that is a
pretty
nice
good.
one. So they have to make a DC
Fail.
4. Yeah, I was
Fail.
gonna be like, I'm kind
You're
of
inside the
of them.
creature. Absolute fail.
Okay.
No dice
so,
necessary for that.
I take it still affects those of us that are standing around outside.
I am going to say that unless Allison kills it utterly, which I'm hoping happens, the damage is going to be inside the creature.
So far 19. Ooh, that's a good roll.
You guys did
29. Plus I get to add my attack, 29. So that's 35.
Yes, everybody make a dexterity saving throw. Damn. Yeah, it does include you, Sean.
Nice.
Really? Oh shit.
So 35. Half
What's
of
the
35
DC?
would be 14
14?
for me.
Yeah, no, I got 8.
I didn't make it either.
Today's the day where nobody saves anything. Okay, so first off, Embers was inside the creature. The creature is atomized by this fireball, which I'm going to say is going to have the damage to everybody immediately because you're getting like ambient blast damage. Sure. So what did you have this damage underneath? 35?
35, so half of it would be 18, and then my share would be 9.
So you guys have 18 points of damage that you would have to take. You're going to get 9.
If
You're going to
I
half
would
that,
normally
right?
take half damage, then I take no damage.
Right. So we're going to say you take 9. So basically that's that. And fiery bits of burnt flesh
many
explode
points of damage
all
did you
around
take?
you.
9.
I would take less than that.
But
No, half is 18, and then half of the half
Yeah.
is 9.
so we did 18 points as a damage that penetrated the creature to the surrounding
Right.
environment that you guys saved against, and then you fail the check, but you get half of that, correct?
Yeah, I get half of whatever I would have taken.
Half of 18. So you would take 9.
Gotcha.
So and then Will succeed in the save, but doesn't have full
That's
abilities.
what I was.
Yeah, no, you got it. Yeah, I know. I mean, today apparently he's
Okay,
doing
so I
okay.
take
on
I am a
Yeah.
freaking ballerina in
You
this
are,
jungle.
man. This is awesome.
Okay, so we're good on that. Everyone succeeded in not being exploded.
I just was getting confused on them.
No, I mean, I totally understand. I don't know that I made sense with all the stuff I did. But I felt like we probably shouldn't do all the damage to you guys since
That's
it just blew up a
fair.
creature.
I
I
agree.
figure you guys, you're probably not going to fight me on not taking damage too much. So, you guys are right there. Yeah, I did the thing again, didn't I?
Yes. We're happy. The thing is dead. It's good
There
music.
is that. It's nice the thing is
I'm
dead.
gonna use my bonus action. No, the action has stopped. I'm gonna use my bonus action to do the second win.
That's probably a good choice. Yeah.
Alright, 4 back.
If you don't use it, you're never going to get it right. So
I
you
know,
got to
right?
use it while you
Do you
can.
know how many
Wait.
3s, 2s, and 1s?
Isn't it plus your level?
Oh, is
I've seen quite a
Isn't
few.
it a D10 plus your level?
that check? That's a good point. That would be nice.
You're going to have this up for you in like 2 seconds.
You know, there is a handy dandy cleric of life that is part of your.
Yeah, I can do this the other one. I haven't used the last year.
I'm sure he's making that up. 1d10 plus level.
Nice. Alright. Well, then it makes it.
I am gonna
Much
walk
better.
over and just pick up the shield or whatever it is.
You walk around and you're just gonna go over here.
I'm just
So-
like, I'm done with this place.
So
Damn shield!
I want to go home.
Doesn't Arvin have to pick up the shield?
Anybody can pick up
Anybody can pick it up. He just is the only one who can probably attune to it.
So on this side, there is a burnished bronze shield. It is very clearly burning with fire all around its rim. The center, of course, is in a sunburst logo in the fashion of Palor, and it's sitting there. Of course, at the same time, staying right next to it is Bella. He is currently burning and grinning his burning, charred body. I'm sorry, Alan.
it's
Rick
okay.
just like, tooth grin at you. And you can see he's missing some teeth and so forth, but mostly he is just on fire. And you can see there's like individual strands of hair that are combed back, and like there is the body of a creature, but everything is just constantly on fire.
Is there a way for me to detect alignment on the fire creature?
Sure. You want to just, what are you thinking, like insight roll right now? Is that what you're going for?
Yeah, I think insight would be
Okay,
probably
let's
the
do
best
that.
thing. I believe it's 16, but I want. Oh no, it's 19.
Okay. By your actions at this point, you're definitely, I would say, going to guess evil, but he hasn't done anything especially like chaotic or lawful at this point, so that might be kind of open to interpretation.
He has attacked us.
He did totally attack you. That definitely happened.
A little lightning bolt.
So I don't know if we're going to have to roll initiative for this, but what I want to do is pick up the sword and just throw it at him.
Sword meaning shield.
I mean, shield, yes.
That's okay, Aurora. How are you on names?
Now
I
you're
can't
just
point
all
any
trying
fingers.
to-
I can't point any fingers clearly in terms of naming stuff. That's my point there. And also, I haven't skipped Sean's initiative for at least 2 rounds, so don't worry. We're all going to get back to this.
Oh, I was going to be like, well, let him go if like we've been just...
Okay, so you want to pick it up and throw it at him.
Yep.
When you walk forward to it, he says, by all means. And there's like that real gravelly, charcoaly component
Too
to
many
it.
people who can read my mind here.
I mean, you're just walking up on him. So, however you want to read that. But if you want to try to be deceptive about what you're doing, you're welcome to make an opposed roll, and then we can move from there. Otherwise, I think he interprets what you're looking for.
Wait, are we all making new initiative checks again?
No, I'm just going to do what I originally said.
Cool.
Just pick up the...
You walk up, you grab the shield. As you are grabbing the shield, you are going to need to have some fun in the form of...
I'm chaotic good. Just
I know,
wonder if
you're
that
doing
helps.
great. Don't worry. You're not doing anything bad there. You
I'm picking up an
are...
object that's good, and I'm good.
Hey, you know what? You are the smartest possible person to pick this up because you have resistance.
Yep.
So with your 7 points of damage, you take 3 as this burning hot shield is in your hand.
No, I just
So,
was under
now
the
you're
impression
holding
that
it,
the only person that could
and
hold it
you-
is a cleric of
Is there any
Palor.
reason you want to drop it? That's not even what you're trying to do, so there's no reason to worry about that. We don't need to make a con save because you're not even worried about holding on to it anymore. You want to throw it at him.
I want to throw it at him because it's something good and palorish being thrown at something that's evil, and I'm wondering if we'll lose something.
Cool. Okay, so you're not, it's an improvised weapon, so you're going to roll and add your strength. That is the sound of people doing things that are impossible in real life. That's good. You throw the shield, it hits him full on the chest. As it is coming towards him, despite the fact that he barely has eye sockets you can discern, you can see his eyes widen like this. He did not expect that to happen. The shield hits him full in the chest and clatters to the ground.
I'm Captain America, you mean it?
Yeah. Is that what you're here for?
No. We're here for you.
I can't even shoot him.
That's a good initiative. You need to roll initiative, right?
She says that.
Okay, and to be fair, I'm taking it at some point you would have wanted to go down these stairs.
Do I have a beat on him?
Absolutely not.
Okay,
No,
yeah,
he's
then
in
I'll go
this room
downstairs.
over here.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it's my first initiative that broke 10.
Nice.
But during that conversation, I would have positioned myself so I would not be in the line of direct fire of a lightning bolt with everybody else.
So you don't want to stand here in the lightning bolt? Well, you have very few options to actually be able to see in this room. If you want to see him, you are in lightning bolt range.
No, fine.
Okay.
I would say that during the conversation, I also took time to elementally attune a whole bunch of water around the bludgeoning end of the Dawn Star.
Sure. Sounds good to me. Anything you want to do during that conversation period? That was basically around.
So there's like,
You want to be closer?
I'm good where I'm at.
Okay.
it's basically encased in ice right now.
Yeah, because you get like a 5-foot thing, right? So it's just got a big ball of ice around it.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
It's like more like a 1 foot cube, but it's enough.
Oh, is it a 1 foot? I mean, no matter what, I mean, it's a metal ball like that big. Okay, so we're all good with that. So how do we do initiative-wise?
23.
16.
14, which I was feeling okay about until now.
17.
That's like his special ability. So we're going
They go
like that.
fast.
Okay.
I usually roll over 20 on my initiative.
So Theophraxis is first.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a violent shot.
Okay, cool. That sounds violent.
And also the let's see, I'm gonna do and burn a grit for the Deadeye shot. So that's two crit. And I'm gonna do sharpshooter. So 17, 27, 20, 22.
22 to hit? Yeah, 22 to hit.
Okay. 1, 2, 15, 25, 30.
So you just spent 1 grip point on that?
I've spent 2 grip points on that.
2 grip points, you got 30
So 30
damage.
points of damage.
Ridiculous amount of damage.
Now the
Okay.
second shot.
Cool.
I'm just gonna do straight up sharpshooter. 20 something. 24.
24. Yeah.
To hit.
Yeah, totally.
And that does another 19, another 23 points.
23 more points of damage. Okay, so
Oh, sorry,
another
24,
round.
24 points.
Okay, 54 points of damage in a round. Again. Totally reasonable for
Taking
people
that
to do.
additional plus 10 from
From
the...
the sharpshooter.
Okay, so you're up.
I'm so
you're
glad
done.
I took that. That's awesome. I don't know why I hesitated
You
on that.
argued with me about it for
I
a
know,
while.
right?
This time I
I'm
was like,
dumb.
dude, you gotta take it.
Any movement at this point?
Holy smokes. Wow, there's really... Yeah, I'm gonna move out of the range, out of the line of fire of a lightning bolt.
Okay, cool. And now Ember's turn, right?
Did you get higher than 17?
No,
Okay.
easy.
Did it look like when I threw the shield at him that it did any damage?
Not really. But he
Okay.
didn't seem very concerned about it.
Well, if I pick it up again, I'll probably take more fire damage. So
True.
I'm gonna do
Yes.
that.
Don't want to, that's fine.
I'm then gonna use the Argent Brand again. I think I can do Moonbeam just one more time, and that's it.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start it on him.
Okay, so you moonbeam onto him, so in his round he will take damage on that. Okay, check. Anything further you want to accomplish there?
I am good.
Okay. Arvin.
So, how big is the bottom of this boat? Can I get kind of like a good idea of like how many square feet it is?
Dimensions wise?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the nice thing is you've been on this boat for a while, so you know it's not going to be longer than the whole boat lengthwise is about 55 feet, and widthwise is about 20 feet.
Okay. So I want to cast a spell that whenever anything enters into like the area, it has to make a dexterity check. So did you want to do like maybe the dexterity check next round as this thing's being summoned, or
Okay, you got to tell me what you're doing.
I'm
It's now
summoning
totally-
Guardian of Faith?
Guardian of Faith. So what you're saying is something bad is going to happen on this thing's next round.
Or this round.
But let's see what the spell tells me we're doing here. And you can feel free to read it out if you'd like to.
Okay.
Or
A large spectral guardian appears and hovers for the duration in an unoccupied space of your choice that you can see within range. The guardian occupies that space and is indistinct except for a gleaming sword and shield emblazoned with the symbol of your deity. Any creature hostile to you that moves within a space that moves to a space within 10 feet of the guardian for the first time on a turn must succeed on a dexterity saving throw. The creature takes 20 radiant damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. The guardian vanishes when it has dealt a total of 60 damage.
It's pretty awesome. Okay, so where do you want to put this thing?
Where am I wanting to put that thing?
You can go anywhere within 30 feet of you that you can see.
Sorry.
That's
So,
good, I like being blind.
right there.
Okay, well that's easy, because that's definitely within 10 feet of him. So he will just be bothered by the Great Cthulhu there.
Yes.
Actually, you know what? This guy has a sword. Oh, what? Sword Wolf.
Thanks,
Sword
Sword Wolf.
Yes.
You're the best.
Sword Wolf is the best. Okay, so he's totally going to be doing that on his turn. So, the moves to a space within the turn on the first time on a turn. Let's do it now. Why not? Yeah, it didn't succeed. So, 20 damage
Straight out.
as a sword just comes out of nowhere and slices at him. Bam.
That's awesome.
I know everybody else wanted turns, but the skeletal form crumples to the ground and just begins burning, and like the flames are slowly guttering out and coming down into a pile.
Are we good now? Can you take the shield?
Yeah.
Aurora's already going back up.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so I guess I go pick up the shield.
Did you say there were? Did you tell everyone there were 2 magic items in town?
Yes, there are 2 magic items.
So, okay, so
2 things that were glowing. I
Okay,
don't know
so
what
that's
the
the
other one was.
shield. Where's this other thing? I'm gonna start looking around for this other thing. You said there were 2 things, right? So where's the other thing?
Where are you looking around? Back here?
That, yeah.
Awesome. Great. Okay, so you're over here. We're going to deal with that in a second, but just you've already got a high perception. You're going to find anything that's back there. So you pick up the Shield of Morning. You need to make a con save. No, actually, you don't even get a con save. There's no con save yet. You first get to take damage.
Okay.
Yeah, that happens first
Like right out of
on
the gate, you just
heat
take
metal.
damage.
Oh, I thought that you wouldn't have to because.
You take 12 points of damage as you are being burned currently. From this, the shield is burning hot. It is actually on fire right now. The entire thing is full of fire.
Take me for your god.
Yeah, so don't look forward to it being nice to you for that. And one more check here. Do you want to put it down? You need to make a con save.
So, 19.
Wow. Okay. You are fine, but it is still on fire. You're going to take damage again in this next round. So you have found a treasure trove. Yeah, there's plenty of stuff here, back here. Where's our happy music again? No, but there is gold and platinum, and you see the hilt of a longsword in a like golden scabbard here.
Stuff, guys! Stuff!
There's a couple
Lots of
potions.
stuff! Loot!
There's some other
gold.
stuff. So there is a pile of swag that is right here that you are grabbing. However, you are also intently aware of the fact that this ship has fallen below the waterline and is continuing to sink more rapidly now.
Alright, I'm back to him with Tabaxi speed. I open up my thing.
Yeah,
Like,
just
now,
start shoveling
just do
stuff
it.
into the bag.
Okay.
Because I'm the one that doesn't have much stuff in my bag.
So we know what you're going to be doing. We know you guys are going to be shoveling loot. Embers, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna walk to the other side of the ship and look for that other item.
Okay. I don't know where the other item ideas came from. Because we had the big critter, we had Velok, we had the pile of stuff.
So that's probably what you meant was because when he
He
was
was
looking
detect-
for
The
it, he found
He was
it.
detecting Velok and the shield.
And by the way, those bones have not stopped being magical. They are still magical and are still emitting an aura of necromancy all around them. So, just so you guys are aware, so for you guys, let's go ahead and do a straight dexterity check to see how well you do gathering up all this loot in this next round or two. And then make damage
20.
happen to you. Okay, that's awesome. 12 more points.
Okay.
I'm so excited about everything.
Your arm is basically being burned down to the bone at this point. How are you doing? Do you have more hit points?
I do have more hit points.
Okay, that's good. I
It's
won't
like,
worry about it
while
too
we're doing
much.
this, like, grab the sword, grab that, and anything that's not.
I'm just throwing everything in
So
it.
you guys just grabbing stuff. You're getting a lot of stuff. Most of it is ending up in Aurora's bag
That's
versus your bag,
fun.
but there is tons of stuff going in here. There are thousands of pieces of gold in this area. So, okay, so here's a question for you, Arvin. As they are gathering stuff up as quick as they can, do you want to drop the shield or do you want to try to make the con save again?
Shoot. Am I picking up anything from detect magic? Like what kind of magic is coming off of this?
Fire magic. It's coming off of this. No, it's an enchantment. There,
Oh wow!
there is, I know,
Ow,
there is
ow,
more than one
ow.
enchantment going on here, but you still have to make a con save if you want to keep holding this round.
Yeah, I'll make a concept.
Do we know that? I mean, am I smelling burning flesh coming off of them?
I mean, yeah, but to be fair, you've probably been smelling burning the whole time you've been down here. So.
So 8.
Nice. Okay, so in the next round, if you have to make an ability check or an attack roll, you are disadvantaged.
Okay.
Plus you take damage.
9 points of damage.
This is kind of sucking.
Okay, so that's that round. You didn't find anything useful in the front of the ship. Everything down there looks old, and like at one point it was probably cargo, but it was probably like food and things like that. It's all gone.
Okay, so I'm just gonna go back up the ship.
Okay. So for you guys who are in the back of the ship, all of you guys, in fact, let's now make a final dexterity check to see how quickly you're going to get off this ship while all this stuff is going on. I should have had you make Guardian of Faith checks, but to be fair, there was nothing to fight.
Is it a dex check or a dex save? Or is it acrobatics?
Dex check. I would say if you want to apply acrobatics, go for it.
Oh, I'd much rather.
Okay, 11.
Cool.
20.
Nice.
5.
Nice.
17.
Okay, so everybody except Arvin succeeded, and Sean got 2 successes. So you guys are gonna get out of this ship, no problem. But the ship is rapidly falling apart. You can see the hull buckling in, the hold is falling. Everything is coming apart quickly at this point.
Throw my gun into the bag hold.
Okay, that's good. Makes sense. Another thing you're finding is like the shield has stopped burning at this point.
Oh, yeah.
You may have burned your arm almost down to the bone and like singed bone at this point, but it's not on fire anymore.
I hand him a healing potion.
Okay,
Can you
there you
hand
go.
him a healing potion, or are we still shovel loot with that?
Well, we're
Yeah.
running up the stairs.
Shovel.
You guys are basically at this point, you have to get off the ship because you are going to sink.
So as we're running out, I see him.
Drink this.
Drink this. Take it.
So I'm going to take the boat off now, unless anybody really feels the need for the boat to represent. But you guys get to the surface of the boat, you're on the top deck, you can see the water, everything's open. The proud keel is a distance away. You know, it's still at about the same point where you left it. Doesn't look like anything's happened. So how do you guys want to get off the boat?
I create an ice floe down below us and then jump onto it. Like it's just a little ice boat.
Yep. Okay, cool. Everybody else jumping onto the ice boat?
Okay, yeah. Unless it's still the hour and water walk is still in effect.
I mean, you guys probably still have the tail end of water walk, too.
Cool. We'll just jump into the water. Wait, if with water arc, if you jump into the water, is it like hitting solid
You're
ground?
probably just going to land on solid ground, effectively, right?
If the boat is sinking, we're not that high up.
Yeah, guys, I just don't take damage if we jump. That's all.
Yeah. I'm thinking at this point, we're going to say everybody's doing okay.
Alright.
So you guys are either jumping on the ice floe or in the water. You make your way back to the proud keel, and as you approach the boat, Fang is up into the very front of the boat, waving his hat at you and extending an arm out fondly as you come up like this, something like that.
As we come up, I'll say, "Look what the whale dragged in!"
Ahoy, sister!
Ahoy, brother!
And he puts his hand out, gives you a hand up into the boat,
Grab it.
gives all of you a hand up. I guess you were right. Pulls you up. So you have now returned to the boat.
Man, I can't believe that we were so close to him, like when I got taken in by the whale. What was that, like an hour maybe?
Yeah, it was like 2 days.
Well, that seems longer than I thought.
What was it called?
Dark. For a while.
Smelly?
Not that I noticed.
Well, where do we go from here? Are we ready to return back? Are we
Yeah.
turning around?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
All right. And then O'Brienna actually leaves the tiller for a second, tells somebody to hold on to it, walks all the way up to the front. Did you actually do it?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe?
That's a nice shield. I can't believe I lost a bet to Fang. It's the first time that has ever happened.
Thanks for your vote of confidence.
Okay, come on. You're gonna bet that 4 people can just go in and take a shield from some sort of like burning undead pirate?
We said we were badasses.
I mean, apparently you guys are right, but I wasn't
My ass
expecting
is
it.
fine.
I don't lie. I'm a no.
I really wish the stakes hadn't been letting Fang off the hook of the whole boat incident, though.
Well, that's good.
Did you at least make some? Did you find something? Make some money?
Yeah.
Great.
We'll count it when we get back. Give everyone a fair share.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that part. Okay. So with that, you begin sailing the proud keel in the opposite direction. So it's a 5-day trip. How much time are you going to take before you start counting it? Because you have salivating sailors at this point.
Should we count on board or do we want to?
Yeah,
Like, we'll just count on board.
I don't care. In fact, I really don't care. I just give him what we got, drop it on. You know, I know what was in my possession beforehand. So pretty much everything else I ask from the bag, and it just comes out in a torrent, and then I climb up on the crow's nest.
Okay. Well, I mean, the captain.
I don't want to sing for ship.
So you guys have 5,600 gold pieces.
Okay.
I have this all written down, so if you guys don't write it down, don't worry. But you can write it down, and I welcome that too. 800 platinum pieces.
Let's see.
You find a couple more potions.
Wait, so 5,600.
Well, that's 8,000 if you want to do it that way. So it's 13,600 in gold.
I'm letting other people write down because Aurora,
GP.
you know,
Plus,
she
I
never
mean,
takes any.
it is in the document. got this. So
Sure.
you find 2 potions. You were able to identify them during the course of the next period of time, where one is a potion of giant strength and one is a potion of climbing.
What's the potion giant strength?
You find a magic longsword, a magical mace, and a chime of opening. You have many items here.
It's a magic longsword, magic mace,
Yep.
and
Yep.
a chime of opening.
Chime of opening.
How's the chime of opening work?
It's like using an ox spell. You get to use it, I think it's like 3 times before it blows up.
Like all together or recharges?
It does not recharge. Gets used a certain number of times, blows up.
Gotcha.
Okay, so we just need to make sure we give everyone their fair share. So I don't, how that divvies up, I don't know, but the
10% goes to the captain, and then you guys pay a bonus out to anybody you want to pay.
Give
So-
extra to the workers.
Pay extra to
You
the.
were supposed to anyway.
Yeah, we were supposed to like close wounds.
Five gold for the people that took
That-
injuries, which was not very many of them.
No, they all started fighting each other.
That's on them.
10 chimes. 10 times before it cracks. Basically just open the door. So,
I might want to take a look at. So all of my stuff does piercing and slashing damage. I have nothing that does bludgeoning damage, so I would like.
Aurora doesn't want.
So I can do something other than piercing and slashing. Alright.
Aurora literally wants none of it.
I just want something that does, you know.
She just
Never mind.
climbs up to the crow's nest, and that's where she stays.
okay, that sounds good. She gets the best possible view of the trip back.
Insight
While they're doing all the counting, at some point, Fang climbs up and he says, well, it seems like things went all right.
Mostly. Something bad happened to me.
This is kind of a bad trip overall in terms of the amount of things that people had to deal with. That was a lot of different creatures and unusual waters. I don't know if I'll get any of these sailors to stay on for another trip like this.
Well, I don't imagine they're going to be coming up here that often again. But there was one of those gems that Father wants. And it was inside of me for a little while. And I miss it. I think I miss it more than I've ever missed anything before in my life.
You know, sister, let me suggest something to you. Have you ever thought about just giving up this whole adventuring thing and just sailing the open seas with me? We have a fine vessel.
I mean,
Because I did 800.
I do enjoy this whole piratey thing. But
We don't even have to pirate. We could just sail around. We could just stay out of all of these plots and plans and things that involve our family especially. Just sail around the world.
yes,
Maybe
but
the coast.
I was told once by Grandmaster Cypress that it's going to be my job to face these problems head on, that I can't run from them. But whatever the magic is the dwarves used, it's part of us. Like it's part of our family, just in the same way it's part of those twisted dwarves that we found. You don't know about them, but there were these things that they were like dwarves, but twisted and strange.
I don't want to have anything to do with it. I plan to stay out here at sea and far away from all these insane plans of our fathers.
No. But I've seen whole kingdoms turn dark and sick, and it's that same thing. And the thing that bothers me so much about it is how much I didn't realize until it was away from me, but how much I wanted, like how much I wanted to destroy everything.
I make very poor decisions on land. Mostly because of the fact I can't wait to be off it as soon as possible. Maybe we should just both stay on the sea. You only have so many people you're responsible for. The boat's only so big. You can only go so many places every day. If it doesn't drive you crazy, maybe it would help with all of that.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I should talk to the human priest. Maybe I should listen to the Council of the Human.
You're welcome too, but we've got a couple more days before we reach port, and if you want to just stay here, I don't really have any need of anybody sitting in the crow's nest all day, but it's not going to hurt.
Fair enough.
Plus, you're pretty good in the fight.
Thank you.
All right, so Fang climbs down. What other stuff is going on in the boat?
Okay, so after the 10% to
Oh, Brianna.
the captain, that leaves us with 12,000 something to something. So Bly and I agreed that we would give everyone else 100 gold pieces each.
Nice. Okay, that's
So
good. That's
I don't
5
know
times
how
what you
much-
paid
That's
them at the
coming
beginning.
out of our share.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did come out of my share too.
So so I don't know how many people that is. How many people is that?
8. So that's 800 gold.
800.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say 800. Okay. Oh wait. Sorry, I'm doing it.
That's good.
So that leaves 11,440 for everybody to split 4 ways.
That's a good amount of money.
That is not money.
Good stuff. Do you guys have any other boat scene stuff you want to see happen?
Wrestling?
Aurora does want to talk to Bly.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to hog all the time though. So
That's good. We got a couple minutes. So
Okay.
during the boat scene, you guys have conversation at some point.
my brother's offered me spawn on his ships in the future,
Okay.
and I'm wondering if I shouldn't take that.
What was your heart doing?
My heart has a bunch of glass shrapnel in it right now.
Sorry about that. I didn't like that.
No, it's fine, but look, I don't know how safe it is to have me around the gens at any point. Like, my family had prolonged contact with them, and I think it's made us sick. And I'm not gonna lie, when that thing was inside of me, I felt better than I've ever felt before in my life. Now, maybe that's just how people react to it anyways, I don't know. I mean, those Duragar were worshipping the damn thing.
Well, if it made you feel more than yourself, it's understandable. It sounds like you worship the cat god. I don't know what the number is, but it sounds like your god is giving you a test to see whether you have the strength to resist something so seductive, something so wonderful that it makes you better than you are. That it sounds like the biggest battle is going to be inside you. It's not something you can hit. It's something that we're going to have to focus on. And nobody can help you with that.
What I'm asking you is, do you think that I'm safe to travel with you?
I will always want you at my back in a fight. But the decision is yours. I cannot force you or influence or anything. This is something that you have to find. Maybe this is part of your fight.
Running away has never really been what I do. It was once something I did, and it's been a shame. I've carried with me the rest of my life, so I don't run from things now. And I feel like, as tempting as what my brother's offering me, he's offering me a chance to run away, and I don't.
So let's find a way to fight it then. If we come across this again, then we have another challenge. And with faith and with strength, we can overcome it.
The thing I want you to understand is that I think it wants me. And maybe it just wants anybody. I don't know. But that it was inside of that whale, that's strange.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like coincidence. Seems like it was hunting for someone, something to take it where it wanted to go. If it's as powerful as you're saying it is.
Well, I already reached out to it, if you remember back when there was that golem. And I used my blood to control it.
Maybe it got a taste for it then.
So I wonder now if they're looking for me. So, what I think is in the future, I shouldn't be separate from the rest of you.
Okay.
What are your eggs going on?
I don't know. You guys trying to be stealthy at all?
I would have been trying to be stealthy about it. I certainly wouldn't want to be within earshot of my brother.
Okay. Well, let's say they get their scene.
Alright.
Let them have their.
So Bly is up in the crow's nest as well.
Yeah. Best ever.
Whatever you decide.
You don't have to be up on the crow's nest. She
Are
could
you
come
spending
down
that
and
for?
follow you.
No, I'm just we're done, right? So.
Yeah, we're doing stuff.
Oh, we still have that.
We've got a little while. You might find something to use that on.
Yeah, don't get rid of your inspiration yet.
I thought I was going to put clock over there. But
That's good. That's how it goes. Okay, so boat scene. Done.
That was pretty much it. She would tell Fang that she appreciates the offer, but she's gonna. The cat god set her on this path, and she's gonna keep following it.
He has that moment where he looks wistful, but he says, "You know, to be frank, I didn't really think I could keep you on the boat.
It was good to see you again.
It was good to see you too. I wish you were the sort of person that just wanted to run away from it all.
I was once.
Well, to be fair, I'm going to turn around as soon as we're back in port. Take the crowd keel back out on another journey, somewhere less horrible, but less interesting, I hope.
Well, it's your boat now, brother. Just be warned, there's an entire continent covered in dark evil now.
More reason to stay on the boat. Okay, you guys get to being about a half mile out of harbor. Any reason you want to ignite that rocket on your way in?
Oh yeah,
We were doing something.
Seriously though, you don't want to forget about the rocket.
I know, right?
This is your last opportunity to use it. Unless you're just going to put it in your bag and tell people you use it.
No.
Which you could totally do.
No, about half mile in.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So as we get closer in, it will dawn on me that we still have this thing to fire off. I think I completely forgot about it. So we never did use this, and I kind of promised we'd give it a test. So I'm gonna light it, and it should be fun. It should make for a good arrival.
Bly is
Should
in the
probably
front of the
ask-
ship and hears absolutely nothing.
Should probably ask the owners of the ship if that's okay.
Who's the owner?
My brother. The one who likes to drive the boat straight into things.
Oh, perfect. Bang.
Yes.
So we had this rocket attached to the back of your boat
Oh.
as an escape
right.
tool. We're getting closer to the shore. I think now might be a really good idea to give it a test try. Because if it works, we can repack it and reload it and get it set off for you, and when you go off on your voyages, you can use it again.
Well, to be frank, if we're about to hit port, I do like to make an entrance.
Well, I think a rocket is the perfect way to do it.
I will be in the crow's nest, waving my, very fine hat. You should probably tell O'Brianna, and I'm going to go up here before you do that. And he starts climbing up the mast before any further discussion takes place.
I'm gonna climb up on the front of the boat.
Yes.
I'm gonna stand on it, and I'm gonna use a water whip
Yep.
to like go through its mouth.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Are you going to yell that you're queen of the world?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm really enjoying this.
For intents and purposes, you're up there.
Yes.
Captain, it's time.
You really want to.
The owner has said it's time.
Do you realize how many times we escaped death?
The water feels like it's just right, and if we were going to arrive at the port, riding a rocket created wave is the way to do it.
That's fine. Let's do this. It's going to be good for my resume when people see how
It'll
well
be
this
awesome.
goes.
Yeah, it'll
Let's
be
do
great.
this.
I'm casting water walk on everybody but Theophraxis.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's do this. Oh,
Everyone else is
the
tingling.
only natural 20 of the night for me, just so we know. That's my piloting roll. Okay, you ignite it.
I ignite it.
O'Brianna has a calm brow and a clean hand on the stiller. She keeps it going. It's very, very... So you can see she's just like... The muscles are popping out. She's got like veins throbbing in her neck, but she's got this...
When I
thing
light it, I
control.
do actually want to be on it, like I'm going to ride it.
Okay,
as
great.
I'm going in,
Great.
So I'm gonna light
No
it and
problem.
take it off. Yeah.
Cool. I think because of the fact you're the only person without... You're the only person who does not have water walk cast on you,
I take my pirate hat and go, yeehaw!
Does anybody else feel like he's asking to make a dexterity saving throw?
Yes.
'Cause I
It totally is.
Let's do this.
Do I
man.
need to make one too up on the front of
Yes, okay, great. Because you volunteered, I think you should totally do that.
Yes! 22.
Alright, you're fine.
28.
The only thing you guys are able to do is showboat. That is like, once we get to the point where you guys act absurd, everything is great. So yes, everything goes flawlessly. There is a rocket-powered longboat shooting into the harbor. You know, there's like that safe water zone where ships are supposed to be like, you know, at a distance from one another and so forth. You see the people with the like flags and bells. You just blow right past them and go.
Avast me hearties!
And when you get to the end, the stone part of the key is right here, and the boat goes tonk. And it's almost anticlimactic, but the rocket has just been guttering out the whole way, and it is almost magical.
Well, I'm going to do a dramatic somersault flip off the front of
Yeah,
the back.
I'm going to show off and flip up off the thing too, and do a pirate jig all the way down across.
And Fang joins you, cuts the rope that's attached to the mast, and swings down from the crow's nest on it onto the dock.
And then we all strike an anime pose.
Honestly, this is the only way to arrive in port.
I feel good and piratey.
Avast me hearties.
Yo ho! Drink
And
up.
as this happens now, a customs officer is fining Captain Fang for the many things that he just did coming into harbor, and they are listing off all the infractions. He says, no problem, talk to the gnome, and walks off.
Yes, how much was that?
150 gold.
Very good. That was totally worth every single penny. Matter of fact, here, have an extra 5 just because your smile is a wonderful thing to look upon.
He said it's Captain Fang. They gave him another boat.
It is his boat. He earned it.
That's fine. More fine revenue for the city.
I'm taking that money out of my share.
That's fine. Okay, so there is that. You all have arrived in Northwall.
You have Aurora's money too.
Yep.
There you go. Toll
Yeah, I've
big
got all the tolls
piles
broken
of
down.
money.
You still had 1,000 left over in the last time we got a bunch of gold, so you're like rich as all get out.
Okay.
Good stuff. Okay, so you're on the dock in Northwall. Do you guys have stuff you want to do?
I do.
Okay, what do you want to do?
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the army offices and then I'm going to go to the lighthouse.
Army offices, lighthouse. Okay, anybody else have errands?
The gold is it? The gold, 3,943.
I'm going to buy some clothes.
Okay, buying clothes. Same place as before?
Yeah.
Cool.
I
Okay,
gotta find that gnome.
gotta go find the gnome, tell him how well everything went, because it was great. Ember's stuff?
She's gonna go get coffee, and then she's gonna walk out of town and go back to the tavern.
Okay, got it. So, and do you buy like a cup of coffee, or do you buy like a supply of coffee?
The biggest cup, but not a supply.
Okay.
Actually, no. She's going to buy a supply of coffee. And, like, do they sell, like, French presses?
They have to like grind beans in like a grinder and then like stick it into a pot and boil coffee.
But do they have, like, a French press that's for sale? Like, some sort of French press where I can make coffee by bringing something.
Why would I possibly fight this? Sure. There's no reason I don't want to introduce that in the game. I mean, yeah, they totally have that and they sell it
It's
to
a
you.
gnomish invention.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
gnome press.
Steam Island. I mean, how are they going to make their coffee?
yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
it's like a step away from an espresso
have
machine.
a full-on. They probably have a full-on espresso machine.
Right, but you didn't go to Steam Island to buy your coffee, so you didn't see the
So-
espresso machine.
It has an eagle on top of
So
it.
she buys a big ground up bag and a French press, and yeah, goes back to tower.
Check. Okay, so you're in like 50 gold, and that sounds great. Okay. You find the gnome. Takes Metal is like running up because he heard someone mentioning the idea that there was a rocket, and so he is standing at the top of the dock, like well into town, like just standing here breathing as hard as he can.
Friend. So, I know. I have really bad news. I have very bad news for you. Take a breath, just so you can recover. I know. You know, we launched the rocket. Aurora was on the front, and I was in the back.
And his toupee falls off at this
And-
point.
and let me get that for you, friend. I'm gonna put that back.
He puts it on sideways.
So we fired the rocket, and it just kind
The
of went.
wallet's on backwards.
It just kind of went. Are you okay there? No. Okay. Do you need a healing potion? No. Hey, take
They
a
said
deep
it looked
breath.
really good.
Well, I don't know what you heard, but it was pretty awesome, actually. It worked perfectly. The physics of it was beautiful. The shape of the boat was just right. It cut through the water just perfectly. We hit a couple little waves and got a little air there. That was pretty neat. It makes me think maybe if you attach this thing to something, some other sort of device that maybe would help it get more air, you might get a flying thing out of this.
Okay, I'm okay now. Oh, and I won my bet. You guys didn't explode.
No, we didn't
that's
explode. It was great. Yeah, it was wonderful. You know what? I even rode the rocket on the way, and I had that much faith in your work. It was beautiful.
Did you burn yourself at all?
A little bit, but we don't talk of that.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Thanks so much. I'm gonna
Come with me to the bar. We'll have some beer.
No, I just need to lie down before I throw up.
Okay. Well, why don't you lie down here?
He just does that. He just lies down on the ground.
I'll sit down with him.
I don't run. That's a lot of running.
It is a lot of running. It was beautiful though.
Okay, that's the next 30 minutes of your day.
That
Right
could
on
be the
running.
next hour and a half for all I care.
He takes all of that time,
Yes.
and he occasionally moans and talks about his side.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll pat him on the back.
He tells you he's going to give you another rocket when you're done with all this.
You have to give it to Fang. Yeah, because I said I promised him that you would attach another rocket to his own.
No, this is a smaller. It's not a nautical rocket, just like an armament rocket, like a ballistic rocket.
Ooh, we can do that.
I have one.
Okay,
You're probably going to burn yourself when you light it.
that's all right.
Okay,
We have a person who throws fireballs. I think a rocket burn would be okay.
there you go. So you have that set up for next time.
But I do want to make it clear that you do have to attach another flying rocket to Fang's boat.
I don't have another prototype.
Can we repack that one?
What?
Like, reload it? Or is it completely burnt
It's
out?
burned to a crisp inside.
Oh,
It won't be structurally stable.
Fang's going to be disappointed.
I honestly, I can kind of breathe. I could probably have one for him in like a few weeks.
Okay, I'll let him know.
Oh man, that really hurts.
It's alright.
Okay, that's no problem. Aurora, any complex decisions here?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'd ask for 100 gold pieces out of my stash. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the store with the tailoring.
Yep. Yep.
I'm going to get 2 fancy dresses.
Okay.
What colors does Untitled usually wear?
Black.
Right
Black.
in the thing, yeah, just probably like red and black.
Okay, so one's red and black and one's my color of blue. I get a very large formal menswear outfit and then a very small formal menswear outfit. So I got all that,
It is amazing that they have everything in stock and you get exactly what you want.
and I get all that wrapped.
Okay.
And then I'm going to buy food and drink, like for a big party.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go back to the tower. I'm gonna set all this up, hopefully before any of the others are back. Which
Okay.
I don't know that she is.
Yep.
And then I'm gonna be dropping off the presents in each of their rooms.
Okay. And where are you at in town? Somewhere else.
Somewhere, yeah.
Okay. Cool. So that all goes according to plan. Everything's good.
Yeah.
Somehow all of your money got spent perfectly, so that's great.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So it was
Okay.
a big lavish party.
Yep. Sounds good. Okay, Arvin.
Okay.
So you went to see Commander Miles or
Yeah.
Admiral Miles, or no? You're going to
no.
Commander Eris. That's right. You went to
Commander Eris,
military command. Okay, so you get in to see her. No problem. Lieutenant.
I'm not going to take up too much of your time. Our mission was successful, and I opened up my purse.
Yep.
I have 2,000 gold that I want to contribute to the cause up here.
All right.
Do I leave this with you? Do I leave this with the treasurer?
Depends on where you want me to put it. I mean, to be honest, if I was going to say we do something, you know, we can give it out to widows and orphans if we need to. We can establish it for, I don't know, further barrack supply. Maybe a little bit of both.
I'm going to leave that up to you. What you feel is best. I like the widows and orphans idea, but we definitely need more support up here.
I'm probably going to use it to put some money aside for widows and orphans, spend some money on some additional food and rations for the troops, and spend the rest on Gnomish gunpowder.
Whatever you need to do.
Fine.
It is.
She gives you a big, you know, grabbing the forearm type. She gives you one of those big grab the forearm type things and says, "What's got into you? What's this all about?"
It's what I'm going to do. There's nothing in here. If you want to thank everybody, thank Paylor for showing me the way.
Don't go anywhere. She takes something, seals it with a wax stamp. Make sure you present that when you get back to wherever your command post is.
That's right.
Okay. And then lighthouse.
Lighthouse.
So you go to the lighthouse and you go to see the brothers there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's the plan?
Okay. Find where Horace is.
Yep. So you find him. He is, of course, tending the lighthouse, keeping the fire burning and pointing the disc so that it points out towards the sea.
Horace,
Brother
Hello.
Arvin, how are you?
present the shield. I found it.
I can see you found it.
Yeah.
What would we do with that here? It is a warrior's relic. How did you find it?
We defeated Vaylock
In battle?
in battle.
I hate to tell you this, Arvin, but we wouldn't know what to do with it. Would you have us put it on a wall somewhere?
I understand what you're saying. Then perhaps you can use this, and I give them, I count out 1,000 gold pieces.
And these are all priests who are wearing very dirty old robes that are, like, obviously being used to keep fires and so forth. You understand what I'm going to do with it.
You do whatever you feel is necessary, but this is me doing my part.
It's appreciated. I think it will serve the people of Northwall when they have hard times.
Yeah.
He goes for, and you get the armor around the back. You're still very young, and that's an excellent thing because it gives you the vigor to keep up the fight. Do you have anything you need from us?
Nothing. I won't stop until he tells me to stop.
We lead very different lives in service of Paylor, but I can appreciate where your path takes you. I think I still prefer to be able to serve by helping others, but someone has to keep people safe.
Well, hopefully I'll see you again someday.
That sounds like a great thing. Brother. So, you make it out of the lighthouse.
Mhm.
What's up next? Tower time?
Tower time.
Okay. So, Theophraxis, I take it at some point, has finally gotten out of this whole situation.
I do want to go see. Well, I'll ask. Where is it? Dingle?
Takes metal.
Teaksmith.
Takes metal, yeah.
Oh, I always go to Dingle every time.
Dingle's a great name. I mean, yeah, if we were playing Legend
I
of
mean,
Zelda,
it-
that would be the way to go.
It's like the gnomish version of John.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
And Hans. Hans is the most common name. in the world.
Probably Dingle.
Dingle.
Yep. I'm going to
Um,
keep using that from now on. Now, every second gnome is named Dingle.
Awesome.
So you guys know.
Ah, God, no, another Dingle. Is the
Dingle,
Steam
son
Works
of
nearby?
Dingle.
Is there some place where I could acquire some extra gunpowder, some extra shot if I have to?
I mean, Dick Settle says, well, you could go all the way out to Steam Island, but you'd have to take a trip across the harbor. I have gunpowder right back here in my shop.
Okay, I just need to get.
Rockets are mostly gunpowder.
Yeah, well, yeah. So I just want to get some more shots, some more gunpowder for my.
I don't have shot. Can't you just make your own shot?
Yeah, that's true. I can make my own
But
shot.
gunpowder, and he goes and gets a couple gnome-sized casks. And I've got about 4 I can spare.
Okay, I'll buy them off him.
Sure. And he charges you some amount that's like far undervalued, like 40 gold.
Okay, I'll take those for sure.
Yeah.
I'll give him an extra 10.
I mean, I'm just going to use it to buy more gunpowder. So
That's fine. Alright, well, thank you. Thank you for the rocket.
you're welcome. You just have to make sure you tell me how it goes.
I will. I will.
So you basically have a rocket that is about like that wide around and about this long in gnome proportions. And basically you've been told that you should point it at something and light it and hold on until you're sure that it's ready to fly and then just let it go. There's no armament aiming system. You just have to hold a rocket and light it on fire.
I can do that.
Okay, cool. You're totally going to burn yourself. We're clear on that, right?
Yeah.
Nice. Good. As long as that's very clear, that's part of the
You
plan.
know, as long it's tinkering. You haven't done it right if you're not
That's
on fire
right. Yep.
or bleeding.
So back to the tower scene when we go through all this stuff. So you've been doing your own thing, just kind of kicking back, relaxing. You've got a elaborate party set up in the hall.
Yeah,
Like in the dining hall?
it's in the dining hall, and I asked Faxborn. By the way, we're going to see Faxborn too if you want to. Fancy
He
dress.
says, well, I don't really have a lot of use for it, but it's nice of
It's
you.
a party.
I suppose I could dress up. I have some robes.
Okay, great. If that's what makes you feel more comfortable.
Great. I'll do that.
Okay.
Um,
I guess you can just use this for magical components or something. I just set the present down on its bed. Can you just make sure that nobody else comes into the dining hall for a little bit?
do you want me to just magically exclude it?
That'd be great.
Great. All right, that's done.
And you can let them know that there are presents in their rooms and that they should dress nice.
Everyone, there are presents in your rooms, and you should dress nice.
Presents?
Yes, presents. And Faxman says, "I'll just wear this robe. This is wonderful. Thank you."
It's a very fancy robe in there. I don't want to give away the surprise.
All right. And he puts on the very fancy robe.
I
Okay.
feel like I know him well enough to know that he only ever wears robes. So.
He has never worn anything except a robe.
Okay.
And maybe a dressing gown. So yeah. Okay, so does everybody dress up fancy?
Oh yeah.
No?
Pants
Not members?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tights.
So
I am dressed in nines.
so you
With the pirate
guys
hat.
are dressed up fancy.
I mean, I would
Laura's
have dressed you.
fancy.
I would have given you manly, fancy stuff. It wouldn't be like foppish because I can't imagine you wearing something foppish. So it's more like,
It's all denim.
I'd imagine it'd be like sort of like a Buccaneers outfit off of like a romance novel cover. You know, like a loose tunic kind
Is
of
there
thing.
a neckerchief?
One button. Great.
Yeah.
Fake hair chest.
Okay, so Faxburn dresses up, Aurora dresses up, Arvin, Theo dress up, Ember's not going to dress up. Is everybody going to go down to the dining hall? Is that the idea? All right, but you guys are all down in the dining hall at this point. Okay.
Is it all different?
Yeah, like some like little fireworks things go off,
Whoa! This is amazing.
It's,
and it's like a feast for like 20 people.
This is amazing. Did you arrange all this?
I did.
This
Where's
is great. I
Embers?
give you a big hug.
Thank you. Where's Embers?
I don't.
Come.
I don't think she likes me.
Oh, thank you.
Faxburn says, you know, she has things that she likes, but we should just celebrate while we can and enjoy ourselves. And
Music.
it's very
And
nice.
dancing.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'll
Music and
start.
dancing.
After we eat, I play some music and we dance and drink.
And drink. You know what we need? We need to come up with a name for our group. Something cool. Something that inspires fear in the hearts of our enemies, and joy and happiness in the hearts of our friends.
Do you have a name in mind?
I don't have a name in mind at all, but we have to come up with one. And a symbol, some kind of little patch or something, to let everyone know that we're all on the same team. Maybe some sort of clothing we can wear underneath our armor, and we can rip our armor off and see our awesome outfits underneath.
I think we should
Something.
all wear a sun on.
Okay, we got a sun. A sun's a good start for a symbol. Yeah, we can
Well,
do
why
that.
don't we make things that represent each of us? So it can be like a sun and a cat.
Oh yeah, like all surrounded by some kind of thing,
Yeah.
and then be like one symbol with all four. Yeah.
Fire, because that's
Fire.
kind of all I know about her. I feel bad.
Well, did you?
Yeah.
Well, hey, Ambers. Ambers. You there?
Well, maybe she's sleeping. We
She's
did
just
have a
doing her
very.
thing, and
Okay.
it's
She
cool.
did get swallowed by a thing made of body parts.
Dude, that is
That is-
true. That could not have been good. Well,
I think I would like some alone time if I got swallowed by something like that too.
that's true. I did not enjoy having my brain eaten, so I
think I would
kind
be
of get that.
Washing my hair at least 5 times to get the gunk out.
Well, there's no way we're going to eat all this food. There's going to be plenty of opportunity to celebrate.
There. But anyway, back to the super cool name, the super cool symbol. We have to figure this out, and then I'll make little badges of honor for all of us. 'Cause I can do that.
Not that I'm not excited about you all having a team name, but can I ask you a question too? If you found the shield and you found the brand, do you know where you're going next? Is there a plan?
I think our plan was to go into the dwarven cities.
Do you know which one you want to go to first?
Well, we know that she's already gotten the gems from Mardercroft, unless they're deeper.
That's the one you guys went to and found that Aelin had been there.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Unless there are still more gems deeper within the city, but we managed to get the one out of Tolkazab. There might still be more within the King's Crypt.
Well, why don't we go back there, because the King's Crypt, I mean, assuming it's just a crypt, it kind of implies it's smaller than an entire city, and it would be, again, a nice, potentially a nice test bed.
That is true. It would be a good test run.
Plus, perhaps it would be useful to your allies there to
And
know
those
that that was
actually-
removed.
True.
That had been my thinking.
The dwarves. So we should cover that first. But not until after we have a full name
Uh-huh.
and full badge.
I'll leave that up to both of you. You're more creative than I am.
Oh, goody!
It sounds like the real issue to solve. I will let you all kind of discuss this, and thank you very much, Aurora, for the excellent outfit and fine
You're
food.
welcome. I hope Ember's likes her dress too.
Faxburn nods and goes out.
Not that I got any of you dresses. None of you want dresses, do you?
Is Faxburn going to find you wherever you
No,
are?
I'm gone.
Are you doing anything?
I don't know, I could maybe have one or two. I don't know, I've never had one before.
Okay, I'll get you a dress next time.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, guys. Closing action. Anybody have anything else they want to put into a scene? Anything else they want to talk about?
I think the discussion about the main goes to
Yeah, I mean, if you guys figure it out, let me know how that goes. Yeah, I mean, if anybody is watching or watches this and has a suggestion for a cool name for the crew, I call them the Infinity Tower Crew. That doesn't really work as like a team name because first off, I just came up with it, and second off, if you tell everybody you're the Infinity Tower Crew, then they're gonna say, "Well, what's the Infinity Tower?"
Exactly.
And that's gonna ruin
And
the whole
that's
thing.
just not going to be.
Because we're trying to keep mums a word.
That's,
So
that's because secret
That's why we're the
language.
finite cave buddies.
that's right. And let's,
Finite cave buddies.
let's not do that. Let's not veto.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh, indeed.
The Losers Club.
Okay, so you guys beat Velok. You got the stuff you need to do to go into the Dwarven Crypt. We're going to see Tolkazad Crypt next time, so hopefully we get some super creative crafting ideas together and stuff like that before then. Good thing I've got nothing going on this weekend. Yeah, so in closing, we'll do experience in a second, and let's talk about what's going on this week again. We've got Adrenochrome tomorrow, 7
Which is
o'clock.
Pandemic.
Yep, Pandemic, Adrenochrome. We've got New Trippers on Thursday doing Open Legend at 6:30, and then we have our special Numenera game on Saturday at 11. We might get started early at 10:30 and just do some like rule stuff and some stuff that's tangential to character creation before we start at 11. But that's generally our plan over here. So for us, I mean, make sure you make time to tabletop. Have fun gaming out there, guys, and we look forward to. Thank you guys for watching, and we hope we see you next time too. Yeah, thanks for all the help.
Hi.
You guys, good job.